No, I didn't have a better option. Works.
Yeah, it works.
All right, so last week we left off. You guys had just arrived at the village. Found out that there was it goblins, orcs, trolls, and I think hobgoblins attacking the village. You had talked to the hobgoblin, a hobgoblin that you found hiding in the trees, about why it was here, why it was doing the things it was doing. It told you they were getting paid 1,000 gold. No, 100 gold. 100 gold. Was it 100? Yeah. 100 gold to fuck with these people. And you found out they got paid part of it beforehand, and they're going to get paid the rest later. But you guys have the bright plan to try and pit them against each other and see if you could use that.
Disorder and chaos.
Yeah. See if you could use that kind of sway them to fight each other so you wouldn't have to fight them. So we'll pick back up there with.
And the mayor has to send him.
Yeah, you gave the mayor a sending stone after you intimidated and berated him, as per usual.
Yeah, it sounds like just to me.
And with that, have it flicker creeps away. And I think that's all we're missing. Yeah, just have it.
Have it.
That'd be-
Oh, sorry.
So,
And Shifter shows up.
oh yeah, Shifter. My people over here list got messed up, so I couldn't see who it was. So yeah, Shifter reappears. I think Poppy and Parent also reappeared because they weren't here last week either. So yeah, Shifter, Poppy, and Parent poof in.
Sar.
Sorry. What did I say? Oh, Parent. Yeah, sorry. Poppy.
Oh my god, I didn't vacuum what I didn't hear.
Shifter. All right.
Steven,
so,
you got it, everybody.
no, I was writing down on my list. I was missing you. All right. So yeah, you're only missing Toby tonight. So he flicker poops away, and that leaves you guys, I believe, in your little camp. You guys have been using as a rally point while you were intimidating and shit talking.
Josh, like boy.
I was intimidating. I don't remember shit on
Borderline intimidate shit talk. It's a real close, small line with what you were doing.
Were you listening to yourself?
I wasn't, because I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't there.
It was very borderline shit talking.
I did a very good job of making a new friend.
But over to you guys.
I already explained why I saw in the village.
Mm-hmm. You already told everyone what you saw, what you told him, and we're discussing plans on how to pit the groups against each other.
I remember I already talked to the hobgoblin, and you know, probably check out how much the other ones are getting.
Yeah, I think he left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you already started sowing the seeds of discord there.
And we know where the hobgoblin camp is, thanks to this guy following me.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Part of the Ravenloft one.
Oh, cool.
It's got more information in it. It's prettier.
Bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Scope size doesn't matter,
She lied.
usually.
I also told her it takes a really long time to get to England in a rowboat.
What are you doing? That's being inappropriate.
Oh, I was going to bed.
You guys went to bed? Oh, yeah.
I went to bed.
You went to bed because you had stayed up all night.
Yeah.
No, you rested. Oh, yeah, you went back to sleep. You had a full rest already. You slept there. You slept there, then came back and went back to sleep after talking to everyone.
Yeah, because I walked all the way back again.
Yeah. So you're all awake while Orion's asleep.
Because we were trying to figure out what to do.
This is the part where you guys discuss that.
Let's let Ryan start it all night. Do we have anybody? I don't know everyone in this group at this point. Do we have anyone in this group that can change appearances or either magically or something to
That doesn't
become
exist.
one of these other?
I can.
Perfect response. Just fucking ignore it. That was my favorite response to his bullshit personality.
Or some other way to impersonate, to infiltrate one of these camps and start spreading rumors that the hobgoblins or one of the other groups are getting more. That's probably our best way of doing this. I'm sorry, someone said they can? I had bullshit coming from my side over here, so I kind of missed something.
You also had bullshit talking from me. I said I can change my person too.
What can you change into? Can you change into...
Any beast you want.
I don't think that's helping the situation.
Ask him to turn into a bird and watch him fail.
Can you change it to
Any
Tiamat?
bird without wings.
Can you change it to Tiamat?
I can change into a penguin.
No, you can't.
Okay, wait a minute. I think there's a little bit of a difference between
It's not. It doesn't
No, it's
specify.
like me.
Oh, is it?
It's like
I think there's a little bit of difference between a penguin and a Tiamat.
Well, penguins don't fly, do they?
No, they don't.
But that's got nothing to do with Tiamat.
I was being a jackass.
It depends on how much of a head start they get on that downslide.
That's more of a glide. I don't think they get a fly speed for that one.
I think,
No, they're just following with style.
I was gonna say, I think it's calling it was it was a Toy Story.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Buzz
style.
covered that.
They call them flying squirrels.
Yeah, you can't turn into one of those. I think those, if they're in the game, they have a flying speed. You can't turn into it.
Yeah, but they don't fly. They glide.
Yep.
And that a penguin would do.
So, what are you guys fucking doing?
Well, I'm trying to
I
find.
just keep getting distracted.
It's been a while.
So what
It
creatures?
did. That's why it's been a while. I gave you guys a break.
What creatures do we decide for another parties?
Orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, and a couple trolls.
Can you turn any of those? Okay, then. So again, back to my original question that you didn't really answer.
Do you see the screen right, Ned, or should
Yeah.
I?
I got a disguise kit I can use
I
on
believe
someone.
I have a race of changeling in the group. Because that's a race. That's not magic. That's race.
I mean that's my best bet. But if we don't have anyone that can do anything, so can you disguise kit? Can you make yourself look or make someone look like one of these other parties?
What are we trying? Who are we trying to look like? Goblins?
You guys work out all right, Nelson.
Mm-hmm. When you're ready.
All right.
Goblin? Hobgoblin?
Goblin,
One second.
troll,
Goblin,
and wasn't Knowles in there too?
trolls,
Oh, we're probably. What say they were? Orcs?
orcs.
Oh wait, no Knowles. It was orcs.
No.
There's orcs and trolls. It's all the green folk.
Goblins, hobgoblins, trolls,
Hobgoblins
orcs.
orange.
Uh,
Physically.
Well, if we're gonna be going,
What'd you get?
Goblin, hobgoblin.
then,
orcs.
obviously, if it's gonna be a goblin or a hobgoblin, I can't remember the size of them, but it's gonna be a goblin. We're gonna need to choose someone small.
And the hobgoblins, we've already set the wheels in motion for the hobgoblins. So we need to infiltrate the goblins, trolls, and orcs.
Well, who's short and is willing to be disguised as a goblin?
I'm 4 or 5. That's pretty short. I'm a pretty short King Koo. I don't know how tall goblin are.
There's
I'm
the-
not sure about that.
Dan is an owlie.
I know you have goblins.
This is the same argument I had with the kids the other day.
My phone, please.
The disguise kit isn't magical. It's essentially a makeup kit. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to use a disguise kit and make a gnome look like a goblin or a goblin look like a gnome. You can make them look like a very rough version, but they're still going to have the typical characteristics of that class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who has the best charisma that can just lie about it and get away with the deception? And is also the shortest person.
I still
Uh-huh.
back down.
No.
Oh.
I know.
I'm double specialized in persuasion.
As am I. Wait. Actually, no, I lied. I'm not. I only one in persuasion.
Gnomon halfway.
I say we send in Sky like a half-assed goblin.
And I do have the disguise ability too. I have a disguise kit on me too.
But do
I
any of our characters
feel like
or
we're
races?
jumping down a rabbit hole that's going nowhere.
I don't know if you're unless it's magical. I don't know if it can disguise any of us appropriately. And the second problem with that is, does anyone in our group speak Goblin? Because it doesn't really do you good to look like one if you don't sound like them.
I speak Halfling.
So again,
I just want to re-verify. What are we trying to do with the goblins again?
this other guy's plan, I forget his name.
Ryan, that's currently
Ryan, that's currently asleep. His plan was to sow discord among the different groups and get them to fight amongst themselves. He's already started that by telling the hobgoblins that he understands that some of the groups are getting paid more.
So you're
They-
wanting to disguise yourself as one race and bully
So we
the
want-
other, hoping they would.
Yeah, we want to
fight.
find these other groups and convince them that the other groups are getting paid more, and or some other reason to get them to fight amongst one another. Because them fighting against each other is better than us fighting against all four groups.
Question: how smart are these goblins? Do we know?
Goblin smart?
They're goblins.
They're goblin smart, so I mean,
They can be intelligent.
what is your plan?
I've met some pretty smart.
Well, depending on how smart.
I have
and
mimic and I
are,
speak goblin.
We could just basically, oh hey, look, they did something, and then like they would even question it since they're dumb enough, and just we don't really even have to do anything. We can just say something happened, and they might believe it.
Right. I don't know.
The only way that works is
But-
if you are outside.
Kind of
of
sucks when you kill the
Scotland.
goblin in a party, doesn't it?
We also need someone who speaks Goblin.
I'd say I need someone that speaks Goblin because if they're smart to understand Common,
I speak.
they may be too smart to fall for that.
I speak goblin.
Well, so we do
I
have
speak
someone
goblin
that,
and have
right.
the mimic ability because of my kinku.
Can't catch the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep in mind that the way your speech works, you have to have heard it before to be able to recite it. That's
Well, I
exact
know
copy of the
goblin.
word.
You can understand it. You can't speak it.
Kenkus only speak through their mimicry.
No, not completely. There's two different types.
No, I have the languages Aran, Common, Druid,
Oh, is it?
Druid, and Goblin.
So you can understand it, but you can only
I can't
speak
speak
it if
Goblin?
you heard someone else speak it
That's
to
why
you, because you're mimicking
Well, that's what
their
I'm
voice.
saying. If I'm just making up something, I just need to throw together what I've heard in Goblin to make up. Hey, ... did this.
I read that wrong though.
I would have just had to heard the words that I need to make up a fake scenario.
Can they? You put it?
And if I know how to speak the language, then I must have been able to hear the words at some point.
Bits and pieces of word sentences and then the other. Okay.
No, it's got to be heard
That's
exactly.
what I'm trying to
the way
explain to you,
they're
sir. The way.
That's what I
Let me
thought.
double check. Let me see if I have them in any of the books I have before I give you an actual answer.
What was Kinku in?
Huh?
Kinku's in what?
It's in Bolos.
Bolos?
You have dinner bigger than that.
Just going through books. So it's right.
Not hot.
Yeah, no, their whole thing is that they're cursed to that
Yeah.
they mimic everything. They aren't able to actually have their own
What
voice
I
anymore.
thought, but I will get a actual
That's why I love
Rob
That's right.
It was
response.
fun to roleplay.
That and their ultimate goal is to gain their flight back.
Wait, no, he can kill him. Giving him shit that he can't fly. Every time something like that comes up, go, why don't you fly with it? Oh.
Yeah, because they were dumb and decided to try and steal from a god.
You can read and write Common and Arn, but you can't. You can speak only using your mimicry trait. Mimicry. You can mimic sounds you've heard, including voices. A creature that hears the sound you can make and tell they are imitations with a successful wisdom check opposed by your charisma check. You can only
So
speak
then if-
with your mimicry trait.
So if I have enough information on Goblin to know that I have it as one of my languages, then would I be able to put together enough of a sentence to make up a story?
Yes, but you would be. It would be in 20 different
Because he
voices.
knows the language.
Question.
I know the
So,
language Goblin though, not including the mimic feat. Like I just
What-
know the language.
It doesn't work
Shifter,
like
this
that.
might
Not
work
like
out.
It doesn't work that way with Kinku.
what about we kidnap a goblin who's on patrol or something? We force him to say random phrases like, we're under attack by the orcs, or the trolls are attacking us. Then with your mimicking, he could send you out there to go scream that.
That would actually
Also,
work. if somebody-
I have it because of Far Traveler. It's not because of my race.
As
my
a
background.
Kenku, you can. It says in your thing you can only. I understand that you have Goblin through another thing. I understand that. You could know every single language in the entire book. Your race, as a race, can only speak through the Mimikyu trait. It says it in your stat block.
So in other words, Shifter, this is the big thing. You know Goblin, which means you understand what they're saying to you when they speak to you.
But
when
to
you
talk back to them, I have to mimic it in a voice from something I've
Exactly.
heard a Goblin. So I can understand Goblin, but I can't talk Goblin unless I've heard Goblin say
You can
certain
talk
phrases.
Goblin. The problem is each different Goblin you heard say the word is a different voice. So every time you say a different word, unless it was one Goblin that taught you every single Goblin word, you're using a different voice, is what he's trying to tell you.
If an
Thank
elf
you.
talked Goblin, you're speaking
Laney
like
makes a great point. Laney makes a great example. Bumblebee. You talk like Bumblebee.
Shut up.
using the radio.
Not gonna lie, that is actually a really
So
good
then
point.
I say we're under attack,
Yes.
which is a pretty common phase, like a pretty common phrase, right? And then just try to remember the closest voice I can to the first voice I made, and then say whatever is attacking us, which is one of the three creatures. Then I'm only using a total of 4 words, and it's all only in like 2 voices. Because one is just one voice all the way through, and then the second voice is so close to the first one, it's hard to tell, and I'm in a panic yelling these words. So
it might actually help out having 3 different voices screaming orcs, trolls, hobgoblins, because then it sounds like multiple people are screaming that they're under attack.
And I don't need to be seen. I just need to stay stealthy and scream these things out.
Yeah.
If nobody knows where it's coming from, it's going to throw them in complete chaos. Think about it. You're standing there having a normal day. Somebody starts screaming, we're under attack, and then you hear 2 or 3 different voices scream, we're under attack, trolls are attacking, goblins are attacking, hobgoblins are attacking. They won't know what to do with themselves.
Huh?
Yeah, he's asleep. Didn't say that.
I know, I didn't hear anything either. I wasn't paying attention. You guys are talking too much. What's going on? What?
So we're thinking with the multiple voices that he knows, we have one say, we're under attack by the goblins, and then another voice who be, the orcs are attacking, and then another voice, the trolls. So it sounds like multiple people are screaming that they're under attack. It sounds more believable.
The only way that's going to work, and trust me, it's a hard thing I'm trying to think my way through, but commonsensical wise, I don't think he's heard goblins say those exact words.
No, that's what he's saying. He says first part of his plan was to kidnap a goblin, force them to say these words.
No, we're not involved in slavery. What the hell?
We're not going to enslave him. We're going to have him say that stuff, and then basically keep him in prison momentarily.
You're walking a fine line to split you down the middle through your gonads.
That was first part.
We're not forcing him to do any manual labor.
No, you're forcing him to speak,
Shift,
which is still manual.
You have a very, very fine line of definition of slavery.
Shifter, your lips are moving, but no sound is coming out.
Which part is
How about now?
Goblins are a thinking, organized
My side has my cheese and the
culture
peppers, and then your side has.
that you are trying to grab somebody. And how are you going to force them to say what you want them to say?
Promise him gold? Promise
So you
him
want to pay him,
bribe him?
which would be good if
Kidnap him, tell him, hey, we'll let you go free with all this gold. If you scream these things,
If you say these words.
Because kidnapping, if I was to kidnap you, would you trust me to keep my word?
No, but I mean, what are you going to do in a room full of people staring at you saying, we'll let you go and give you this gold if you just say these words? Are you going to say the words and hope that they let you go? Or keep your mouth shut and know you're going to die? Or at least get beat up until you say what
my
they want?
opinion, I will leave it at that.
It still comes down to the point of
Survival of the fittest. He's gonna do anything in his power to survive. And if he's standing by himself in a room full of people threatening to kill him unless he says certain words, and then after those words are said, he'll be set free, you're gonna say the words and hope that you get set free. You're not gonna sit there and stare at them unless you're just a strong-headed jackass.
Goblin.
Yes, Sky.
I forgot we traveled here. I thought it was-
Let's go, Sky.
Go ahead, Sky.
I volunteer to kidnap the goblin.
You would.
Okay, that solves that problem.
No.
Maybe we decide to do that.
Hey, let's leave that this way. Does anyone have a better idea?
I'll take Orion with me too. We're good at this.
Persuade.
Exactly.
Y'all tell me your plans and want me to turn the goblin forward controls against each
All
other.
right, you gotta get his ass up. His lazy ass is asleep.
Who?
Ryan.
I walk over and kick him.
What the fuck?
And then when he woke up, says, "Why are you asleep?"
I'm tired.
He was up all night. Dealing
Why?
with.
I walked.
Why?
Get back to here.
Where were you?
Where were you?
I was here.
Hey, Steven,
Yes, sir.
What do you mean you were here?
while all this bantering is going on, can I
I
fiddle
am
with
volunteering
my
us to go kidnap a goblin.
Because I don't know how
Why
long
do
this
you
is
think
going to
they're
happen
goblins?
for, so can I use it as
They wanna
free
hear him
time
talk.
for however long this is going to happen for?
Why?
To do what?
I
To work
don't
on the...
understand, but it sounds like fun.
Hey, can we hold on and let Shifter say what he's saying? Because we're getting bits and pieces.
The Frost Giant Potion that you told me I need like 5 items for. Like, I discovered I need 5 items, but I got to keep breaking it down further to discover what they are or something like that.
Okay.
What was that?
Can I just keep working on it while we're doing this banter?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got to focus on that though, so your character would be out of the conversation.
All right. Sorry to break up the conversation. Dan, continue.
Back to Dan.
How was that fun?
Because we kidnap a goblin,
Why do we need to kidnap a goblin?
so they can hear him talk.
So let me fill you in. So the plan at this point, unless someone has a better suggestion, Star suggested kidnapping a goblin, forcing him to say different phrases. One to attack, the trolls are attacking, the orcs are attacking. Having Shifter listen to it and be able to mimic the voice, and then go to different parts of the camp and hide and say these phrases to make them think they're being attacked by the other.
Why didn't you guys say all this before when I wasn't listening? I mean, seriously.
I have a better idea.
If you
I have a better idea.
I've got a problem with this.
You announced the problem. You were listening. You didn't have
Hold on.
problems with it.
I got a problem
Hold
with
on, hold on.
kidnapping.
I got a better idea.
Why are we trying to make them
Hold
fight
on.
each other? We just want them to think they're getting paid more. So why are we having to say, oh, the goblins are attacking or the trolls are attacking? Why not just sit there and whisper, hey, did you know that this person's making this much money?
Again, this is I
The
threw out
only
this.
issue is the only person who speaks goblin doesn't know those phrases.
I say in perfect goblinese, the trolls are attacking.
Only Shifter, who's not currently paying attention, understands that.
So I'm gonna...
I was gonna say.
Would I hear somebody else speak Goblin? Like, that would catch my ear, right,
Like I
Steven?
told
What are you
you.
burping for?
Like I told you, for you to be working on your potion, you have to be pretty much ignoring everything else.
That's why I said you're not paying attention.
So I can't hear the conversation at all?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
It's
That's
like
not
a
my
conversation in the background. You're not paying attention to anything said, so it
I
all
see how
sounds
it-
I
jumbled
was
to
to say,
you.
if you had something to eat, why didn't you share?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if somebody started speaking in a different language, that would catch me off guard.
I understand that. Like I told you, to work on your potion, you would have to be not paying attention to anything.
All right.
You may hear, but you're not really paying attention to what's going on.
Basically me before, which is actually my trade.
What?
Exactly. That's true. Did it catch me?
Yes.
That, didn't you?
I speak goblin.
I was gonna say, yeah, he speaks goblin.
You knew that all along?
Yeah,
Were you not listening to him?
that's why I was gonna take him with me when we kidnapped the goblin.
But we don't need.
That makes sense. Now, but why kidnap a goblin
I wanna
if
let the
he
base.
speaks?
Because you guys kept saying you wanted him to speak in that goblin's length, in that goblin's
Don't
tone.
do you guys. This is. Don't do.
They wanted him to speak like one of their teammates. So we were gonna take him I was going to have him talk to him, just have a conversation, and then he can listen to the conversation and hear the words, and he can mimic him. We knock the dude out, throw him in a bush, and then he goes running and screaming and whatever he's going to do and yells them words out loud. And
I still don't know what you guys want him to attack for.
Well, I didn't know he spoke Goblin, so we could always use him to say the phrases.
why are we trying to make these people attack each other again?
So we don't have to fight them.
But why do we have to fight them?
Right?
Do you have a way of stopping them?
Stop what?
Do you have a way of stopping the goblins, hobgoblins, trolls, and orcs from harassing this town as they've been doing?
Are they all on the same side?
What do you mean the same side?
Yes.
Do they all come into town at the same time together and do this?
They're all being paid separately.
So they do it at different times. Okay, so
creatures in there at the
Yeah,
same
there's
time.
multiple people there's multiple creatures at town.
as far as goblins go, I mean, the group of us can just tell them they come back, we'll kill them. They won't come back. The troll, I don't know how you kill a troll because, and troll's not a person, so you can kill we can't kill people. We can kill trolls.
The reason in this group.
What? Trolls aren't people.
Very good reason.
They're monsters.
No, trolls are not people. They're
monsters.
That I know.
What? Culture?
That's the definition of a people.
Technically, what Steven says is any form of like higher intelligence. So if they can speak a language or anything like that, if they can think.
So then you can't kill ostriches?
They speak their own language.
You can't kill something that can function and doesn't just kind of roam
Okay,
wild.
well, an ostrich has deductive logic.
Well, yes, it does. It'll shove its head into the ground if
So
it's
it
about
can
to die.
reason.
Are you going to shove
It
your
can
head into the
reason.
ground if you're about to die?
Well, no, not all ostriches.
Tell me where the reason is in that. Tell me the reason in that,
Not
and then
all
you can go
ostriches
do
do
that.
Have you ever walked up to an ostrich and seen its head on the ground?
Never seen an ostrich.
Okay, well, they don't do that.
Actually, my understanding is that's a misnomer. They don't actually hide their head in the sand when they're afraid.
No, they headbutt you and then they attack you with their claws.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
So
I know we're stuck.
They put their head in the sand, I think, when they're hunting. They're looking for bugs.
I forget exactly. That sounds about right.
They're
Yeah, I
looking for
read that on
bugs.
this here a while back for some reason.
I can honestly say that I don't think us killing a troll would be a bad thing. Even if somebody went back and told Alvin that we killed a troll, I still don't see that as a bad thing. It's a troll.
Compared to what we did, so yeah.
That's outside again.
Goblins, okay, yeah, because they can be useful. Trolls, all they do is eat things.
And how about orcs?
They're useful. Yeah, we couldn't kill the orcs outright. But trolls they're creatures. They're mean. They're monsters.
Well, if you think so, I'm following you, son.
So how do you think about stopping the orcs?
I think we should.
That it makes even more sense.
And again, back to the original point, if we can get them to fight each other, it'll stop us from having to do it. And if orcs kills trolls and trolls kills orcs, I'm much happier than that than trolls killing us.
We don't have to convince.
Yeah,
all
but then we get whatever
Right.
somebody tells them that we talked the troll into killing a whole band of orcs.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Good luck
What if
talking
it gets
to
back to Alvin that we convinced a troll to kill a whole band of orcs? That kind of makes us the master of the monster, controlling the monster, and creating the bad that we're not supposed to do. Because I was told I can't steal when I need it more than they do. And this isn't right.
Who said that?
Everybody.
Alvin,
They just told you you need money.
I asked him, what if I needed more? He said no. I agree. Stupid, but
We can fight the creatures. We can have the creatures fight themselves. We can just leave it all alone, let them do their thing, and fail on our mission. We could
One of the biggest, scariest
find
things.
option D and freaking do option D.
What if we kill the trolls and then try to create some kind of devices that make the trolls seem like they're alive and have them go walking down and towards the orcs, make the orcs run?
How many do you know how many trolls there are?
We
And
can
my
go
next,
slay one group and then hang it over everyone else's head, saying, "Hey, we're the ones who slayed the trolls." We're the ones
That's why we're going back to the whole having to fight each other. Because
I'm strong enough to take on a troll. I'm pretty sure.
well, a troll.
Yes.
How many trolls are there going to be against you, though?
Well, I'm going to pick one.
But how many are going to pick you? How many are going to pick you is the question, my friend.
I can't control that.
Also, we only have very limited information considering we only know where one camp is.
There's more than one camp of trolls?
There are 4 different camps, and we only know
No,
where the
trolls.
hobgoblins are.
There's a camp of hobgoblins, assuming a camp of goblins, a camp of trolls, and a camp of orcs.
Find the area where none of the other creatures go, and that's the trolls.
What's up, Pop? What's up, Sar?
How about, because they're separate groups, right?
Just logic. Scariest creature.
Slay one group, and then go to the other camps to be like, "Hey, we're the people who killed that group. Unless you want to end up like him, leave now." And either they run or we fight the group.
You mean without killing them? Say we killed the trolls and...
Well, no, we could try that, but it could very easily backfire.
Or you go back to killing the trolls and then go and saying this.
Yes.
Yeah, but well,
Which
it could
goes
be
back to my original question. How many trolls are there?
Sounds
And
like
how
something
many-
we need to scout.
And how many trolls are going to take to use to kill us?
Also, does anybody know how to kill a troll? Because I've been told they come back.
Full of holes?
Poke a full of holes?
Or roll on this. Everyone roll failed. Just remember, guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
You guys rolled on this already and failed.
Everybody failed on this one.
Just I'm only saying that before people start asking if they can roll to
Right.
see if they remember or say that they remember.
No. All I know is that we were told they come back.
Okay, so what we need to do first is find the troll camp and see how many there is. Because if there's 1 or 2, yeah, we can go and wipe them out easily. We can go and wipe them out. If there's much more than that, though, we may be in for a little bit of a problem if we try to do it. Which goes back to my original thought of it's easier, or actually, I think it was Orion's thought, it's easier to have them fight themselves instead of us fighting.
We could poison their water supply. We could poison their
Everybody
food.
who can
We could set their camps on fire.
If you have the ability to talk to somebody, I don't know, like a higher power, a god.
I'm going to sit down and start praying my God, Steve.
Burn had those resources.
I know.
If we have explosives,
Second
you
dude,
can build a camp.
What's her name?
I'll just put your pieces in here so I don't have to go through that. They're usually the ones that pieces, so if you ever need it back, that's on your watch.
I mean, I'm just only playing that late.
And I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, she's sleeping. We got a 4.
Something feels
You need to become more devout.
toxic, polluted in the area. You feel your God's presence still. Like you're not completely cut off from her, but you feel distant. Yeah, you feel distant.
That sounds like a
Yeah,
payday.
just take away all his credit powers. Just take away all his credit powers.
Yeah, don't do that.
It sounds like a payday of mine.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a dick move. It's a very frustrating thing to have a religion-based character with no access to their religion. It did. It also made me play a character that couldn't use 90% of their abilities.
Pretty sad little time period.
It was a long time period.
We were in there for weeks.
Yeah. So don't give me that shit. Anyways, yeah. You pray, you feel like you feel a faint connection to her, but you can't get anything to her.
How far away is the trolls camp?
We don't know. You have to find it.
We're not sure where the camp's at. We don't know how many's in the camp. We don't know. What's up?
I'm dizzy. All the circles are going in here.
Yeah, no, I keep. Everyone, we say something and then someone else says, "Oh wait, what about this?" We just said that.
The
I'm
hobgoblin
sorry,
we
what
talked
were you
to,
saying?
Josh.
I lost focus again.
Remind me, did they know where the other camp? They didn't know where the other camps were at, did they?
They didn't tell us where they were. The only reason we have we know where the hobgoblins are because they had Sky follow him. and
Right.
go
Wait,
back.
I couldn't remember if they didn't tell us or they didn't know where it was at.
He was going to tell us.
Wait a minute.
Well, if you have.
Don't we have 2 druids in the group?
It's very.
Where do the animals not go?
They're stretching a lot in terms of it.
Yeah. Do we have anyone that can talk to animals?
Oh, you want me to talk to animals? Okay.
Oh,
What am I
fuck.
telling you?
I don't know what it was. That was Aaron saying.
Go deal!
afraid to go?
You want me to find out where the animals are afraid to go?
Yeah, find out where the animals are afraid to go, and that may be where the trolls are at. Is there an area that the animals are avoiding?
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Why? Because they're stinky and stuff?
No, your shoes are still on your foot, not in your mouth.
Would they know exactly where they are, or?
There's one way to find out.
Me too. I have to.
Me too. That's the good one. Yeah.
Listen, you have to speak with animals here.
The things I do say, I don't do before. It's the things that aren't is bad.
Yeah, I guess I'm using it. That's a rule. Speak with animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking with animals. That's a rule, yeah.
Roll an animal handling to do animal calls.
Oh, it was open. I should have had it open.
I'll take one.
Should have used that one.
What'd you get?
Where is the?
Pull it in the freaking thing.
I did, but I'm trying to find the damn
Oh.
cursor.
Animal handling. She got 9.
All right. So before you cast your spell, because I'm going to be nice, you make different animal sounds, different calls that you know, and as has been stated, you guys don't hear any animal responses. No chirping, no nothing.
Hey guys,
Yes.
I have a question.
Proceed.
Where are we currently at?
Lost.
Don't know.
Does anybody know the answer to that question?
What was the question again?
Where are we currently at?
They were poof. They have no idea where you guys are at. You were on the edge of the forest and they disappeared.
We're about a half a day's walk from the village.
Why? Like, what are we doing all the way out here? What did we come out here for?
Well, you gone that long?
To stop the
Yes.
Stop the
trolls
attack
and
on the
goblins
village.
from attacking the village.
And so far, we've accomplished nothing, right?
Hold on. I'm sorry. So you were gun-ho on capturing and torturing a goblin with no context whatsoever.
Yes. Why does this shock you? You know who I am.
I don't know who the hell you are.
I do.
Shifter.
I know exactly who he is. That's why I don't trust him.
A psycho. We've been over this.
Are we sure we want this guy in our group?
We can't take shit we
Are we sure we want this insane, mentally ill person with weapons?
This
Going
mentally
around
ill
there.
person is the only person that's given you a logical plan.
Logical?
What
I'm pretty
plan?
sure I'm the one that's been trying to provide most of the plans.
Orion started the plan, and then Poppy gave us some more detail on it, and you said you could shift in any creature I can name. We've named a couple that you can't shift into, so I don't want to hear this.
Just because I'm stupid doesn't mean I didn't come up with a plan, damn it.
I didn't say you were stupid.
Talking to the animals.
Well, that's part of this. Yeah, that's, I'm not that far. I'm talking about the main plan that we're taking up with. It was Orion's plan that Poppy modified, and then not Poppy.
And what
sorry.
was Orion's plan exactly? Tell me that one.
To cause disorder
My
and
plan?
Oh, disorder and chaos. That's what he started with.
yes,
Yeah.
that's where. Yeah, that started with Orion.
There's no way we can take all 4 groups of creatures on our own.
Yeah, that's the thread.
So I figured
I was
maybe
told
we
he's
can pit
probably
them
safe.
against each other and save us the hardship.
And then,
I'm sorry.
Would anyone like to know what the animal said?
and then
one
Star had
second.
the suggestion to kidnap a goblin because you said you could mimic them because Orion was asleep. We know he could speak goblin. And then What's your name?
Perrin.
Perrin had the suggestion to find out where the animals aren't going to find out where the trolls are at.
So if you guys have done all of this, then let me ask you, where are the trolls? Where are the goblins? And where are the hobgoblins?
We haven't done any of this. That's our plan.
Yeah,
exactly. We need to do something.
If
we just stand here and talk about what we could do all day long, we are going to go nowhere.
It's not been all day. It's been maybe 20 minutes.
How long have you guys been looking for this camp?
It's been a long time.
We literally just started planning. So you need to calm the hell down.
How long have you been looking for the camps?
We haven't started yet. We're trying to figure out a plan before we start going gun-ho and ruin everything.
And have you guys had to fight any of them?
No.
So why are we half a day out of town?
Because this is where they stopped us. We go any further, they're going to try and fight us.
Correct.
So we track them to this location.
Is getting them to
When you see a dragon, do you just run at the dragon, or do you?
So we track them to this location, right?
No, this is the road to town. They stopped us.
Oh shit!
So they stopped. Who specifically stopped us and told us if you go any further, we're gonna kill you?
The hobgoblins.
Okay, so chances are good. This is hobgoblins' territory, right?
It is. We know where the camp is for the hobgoblins.
Okay. So if we know where the camp for the hobgoblin is, why don't we just deal with the hobgoblins? Why are we trying to deal with the trolls first? There's 4 groups. If we deal with one of them, then another one will come looking for us. Then we deal with them.
Because according to the rules of the guild, we can't just kill undiscriminately, or is that the word?
Yes.
Indiscriminately, thank you. And we have to find a peaceful solution.
So what if we go into their camp and try to have a diplomatic solution, and then they try to kill us? Then, if we kill them, it's just self-defense.
I'm going to argue that I grew up in California, and you are still civilly liable.
Not if you use the same amount of lethal force that they use against you.
Let's focus on him to make sure that he don't do something.
What if one of the brothers lives and he sues us later in life, saying that we wrongful termination of all the people's lives that was there, and then he goes to our guild, and then our guild finds out what we did, and then we get put on the noose, and we get hung, and then I look like this big feathered looking thing hanging from a noose. No.
So let me ask you: if we walked into their camp, tried to have a diplomatic solution with them, they tried to attack us with weapons, so we fought back with weapons to defend ourselves, right? Then they tell the guild that it was on us and it was our fault and we attacked them first. What are they going to show our guild as proof? Who's our guild going to take the side on, us or them?
Pretty slow.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me bring up this point real quick.
There's no question, everyone.
Hang on, real quick. I got a question for you, Shifter. How many is in their group?
Yeah, somehow
and
we're always.
Are you guaranteed that we're going to be able to kill them all if we fight them?
We're going to have a diplomatic conversation. We're not going to fight and kill. That's my point. Don't think about it like we're going to fight and kill, because we're not. That's not our end goal. That's not our main goal.
How about we all?
The DM has a question. The DM has a question.
Shifter, out of game, I would like to remind you that your character is very gung-ho about sticking up to the guild's values, defending what the guild wants, and have repeatedly argued in favor of following the guild. Please don't interrupt me. I'm going somewhere with this.
That's not against. I'm not going against the guild in any way, shape, or form, Stephen. If we're going over there to have a diplomatic solution, which is what I'm suggesting to do, go try to talk to them. If they come at us with lethal force, yes, we will have to defend ourselves. That doesn't mean we have to go kill them all. No, we can turn and run. We can fight and kill them all. We can try to go over there and have a diplomatic conversation, and then they talk to us, and then we can sort it all out without ever fighting in the first place. You don't know how it's going to go. The whole point of this is to be diplomatic.
We've already talked to one, and we know how it's going to go. They're being paid. Unless we can pay them more.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I have one question for you. Him.
Other side.
That one. Okay. So, say we go in trying to be diplomatic, like your plan. You say we go in, we talk to them, and they're going to tell us no because they've been told they're getting paid. Unless we can match what they're getting paid or more, they are going to stomp us and then stomp the village.
Right.
So we're going in knowing that this could happen.
Right.
Because we already have this information. But you're saying if they pull weapons, they attack us, we have the authority to kill them. Yes?
Yes. Out
Okay,
of game.
so
Out
my
of game
question-
legally in the state of California, if somebody breaks into your house,
Okay,
if
now,
they
Shifter,
punch you in
let's
the
stop
face,
there.
you can punch them in the face.
Enough
If
about
they,
laws in
if
real
they
life.
stab you,
We're
you
not
can
playing
stab
real
them.
life.
If they
Okay.
shoot you, you
Michael,
can
real
shoot
quick.
them.
Yeah,
We're not
that's-
California.
That's how that works.
Criminally,
It's
you're-
self-defense of the same force.
criminally, you're okay. Civilly, you are not. Just so you know, in the state of California, so you can calm yourself down about that argument. The second question I had for you is, I point to the guy over there that looks like he's a do-gooder. I say, if the guild asked you if we had a plan to go in there, and if they did not be whatever, and they pull weapons, and we killed them, would you tell them that?
Who's the do-gooder you're pointing at?
Him.
Shifter.
No. That one.
My dad?
That guy?
Yes.
It's hard when you point, Dan.
Especially with the group of us in the room here.
So if the guild asks you if we had a plan to go in there and if they pull weapons that we would be okay to kill them, will you answer them, yes, we had that plan?
I would have to answer him truthfully.
So
Yeah.
no, it's no good.
So let me ask you something. Which plan sounds better to you when we have to go talk to the guild about it when things happen? If we make it out of this alive, by the way. Because we
That
still
we
don't
have
know
these
what
two-
they have and what we're up against. So
Right,
let me
so
just
we have
ask
these
you.
four groups fight each other.
We tell
How
the
about
guild
this?
we try to do it diplomatically. They tried to fight us. We defended ourselves. We won, and we solved the problem.
I got
Or-
a simple solution to this.
Or we go with the other plan that you guys came up with, which was we can kidnap somebody, make them all kill each other. So which one sounds worse? We tried to get them to stop. They attacked us and we killed them. Or we made them all think that they were all against each other and murder each other in cold blood, so we didn't have to get our hands dirty.
Okay,
Okay,
but
so-
your
hold
first,
on,
hang on a
hold on,
second,
hold
hang on. Your
I like
first point though is
I like
incorrect.
not getting our hands dirty because then we had nothing to do with it.
Hang on a second. Well, see, your first point though is we're going in diplomatically. We already know what their answer is going to be.
It
We
doesn't
talked-
matter.
Okay.
That's our responsibility as guild members and as
No matter
adventurers.
what.
We know that the situation is never going to be good for us. We know that we always have a target on our back. Our
Right,
job
but
is to
you gotta
walk
go
in
in
there
under-
knowing that and diffuse the situation peacefully, right?
But
That's our
we know
that's
that's
our
not gonna happen.
responsibility.
We know that's not going to happen though. We've already talked to one of the hobgoblins. We know that's not going to happen.
It doesn't hurt to try again.
Your plan is to go under false pretenses to make them attack us and kill them.
You talked
But my
to
question
a
is-
goblin.
And
I'm not
even-
saying let's go in there and try to talk to them, get them to attack us so we can attack them. We need to go in there and try to get them to stop. Ask them if they want money. See if we can get them something else besides money. See if we can get them protection because maybe they're being threatened and we don't know about it. Maybe they're being blackmailed and we don't know about
You
it.
know what?
All we
Go in
know
that
is what we were
direction
told.
and diplomat them. Go in that direction and talk with them.
That's hang on. That's one
So
of
what's
three.
your plan
That's one
then?
of four groups. We need to with the other three groups.
So then what's your plan?
Hang on. So what are you going to do with the other three groups, Shifter?
Same
That's
thing.
just one. If the hobgoblins were to listen to us, I will take your flight of fancy.
Okay.
If the hobgoblins were to listen to us and go away because the moon is blue, what are you going to do with the trolls, orcs, and goblins?
Are the goblins civil?
Hold on.
Are goblins ever civil?
Yes.
All right. Let me.
Okay,
let me-
Steven, off of your game
Hold on.
rules.
Hold on.
Sorry.
All right. Let me just lay some base information so we're all on the same page.
We're all awake. We're all here.
Okay.
Except for two people.
All right. So this is information we know, so we can all be on the same page and we don't make speculations amongst everyone here. One, there are four groups: the trolls, the goblins, the orcs, and the hobgoblins. We have met with the hobgoblins, and they have told us that each group is being paid individually, half up front, half after the mission is done.
Sorry to interrupt. Just information you have, so I'm clarifying it for you. They assume each group is being paid.
Okay, they assume each group is being paid, but we know for a fact the hobgoblins are being paid at least 100 gold, 50 now, 50 later.
All by the same person?
That's an assumption we've made. We don't know if it's all the same person.
Okay.
Now, the only reason we know where the hobgoblin's camp is because I had Sky follow him. We are not supposed to know that information, so if we just walk up there in a diplomatic mission, they're going to see that as an attack. Because they're hobgoblins. Their whole nature is war.
Okay, hang on a second. Before you go any further, who here knows about hobgoblins? You said you. I'm assuming.
A cloud forms the shape of a hand in the
When you're
sky.
talking, my guy assumes you know. So,
I feel like I can make an assumption considering I know goblins. And I know goblins are very
We
warlike.
grew up on the
You're
streets.
talking
We know
about
all about these guys.
Hobgoblins, then we can assume you're right.
Assumption based off
Sorry.
knowledge of goblins.
Carry on. I wanted to bring that up first. Before. Well, what do you know about this? Who knows the hobgoblins? Continue, please.
Now, I have been to the town. It is completely overrun with all 4 factions, and I was able to meet with the mayor. Now, I gave the mayor, we had a very civil conversation, and I gave him a setting stone so that way we are able to communicate with him so he can give us more information on the inside. Now, my whole plan was not necessarily for them to fight each other, but for them to believe that each one is getting paid more than the other, and maybe they get mad, maybe they just walk off, or maybe they go and demand money.
Off of what you just said real quick, that is an assumption that you made. That's not information we know. You can't just walk in there and try to make them all think that this faction is getting paid more than this faction if some of them aren't even getting paid. What if some of them are getting things other than gold because they don't want gold?
Exactly.
So then your plan does not work.
Let me, that's fine. When I talked to the Hobgoblin, he said himself that group is being paid. So the Hobgoblin made the assumption that all other groups are being paid.
But he said for sure they are being paid, right?
Yes.
So we know one faction for sure is getting profit from this.
Yes.
That is all we know.
Yeah. That's why I try to go with them, because they are the assumption that everyone else is being paid too. So that's why I brought it in. So I tried to see.
Well, when you go work a job, are you going to assume that everybody else is being paid the same at that job? Or do you assume that maybe the manager who does more than you gets paid more than you? Or the guy who does less than you and is lazy gets paid less than you?
Well, I'm going to assume the person that has the
Okay, hold on.
I don't think trolls are paid.
For one, this is like way off topic anyway. I mean, a job has nothing to do with what we're talking about here.
It is, though. They are working a job for somebody. That is what they are doing. They are currently doing a job for somebody and getting paid. That is what the Hobgoblins are doing. That is confirmed. We know this for a fact. That's not off topic in any way, shape, or form.
It is when you say your boss is getting paid more than you. You're talking, you're metagaming now.
He's going up.
You guys as a whole have repeatedly been trying to pull in real world stuff, like the argument of California law. What Dan is saying is you guys, when I finish talking, please stop interrupting me. Please stop interrupting me. What Dan is trying to say is you guys everyone as a whole keeps trying to pull this back into real world stuff. This is a fantasy world. This has nothing to do with California law.
Yeah, fantasy world is everybody gets a split of what is taken. So you're even split with your entire group. That's why we're assuming everybody's getting paid equal. That was where we came up with that.
Go ahead.
Yes, sister?
That's still under the assumption everybody's getting paid, though, which is information we don't know.
Well, we're assuming they're getting something, whether it's paid or whatever.
Okay, let's forget the things that we're assuming. Let's just focus on the facts themselves. Hobgoblins, goblins, trolls, and orcs. We need them gone. These are the facts. Let me ask you. Let's figure out those things. Let's forget about the money because we don't know all the facts about it. We keep consuming. Well, eventually we're going to assume everything about it. That isn't going to get us everywhere. We got this problem. We need it gone. How do we get this problem gone?
Can I say something before we go on?
Yeah.
When I spoke with animals, I spoke in all different animals and dialects, I guess, and nobody responded. So there's no animals nowhere close to us.
Can any of our people?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Maybe a bad thing.
Probably a bad thing.
Real quick before we go on that, out of game, Noella, you may have heard me. I told you not to take your spell slot off because that's what your animal handling was for. Was to roll to see if you get any to come to you before you cast your spell. So don't burn the spell slot.
She understood.
Can anyone in our group fly?
I can run really fast.
Okay. Again, my question was, can anyone fly?
Yeah, the owl with wings can fly.
Sky, can you? I'm wondering if we can use you as reconnaissance, and can you fly around? I mean, because again, trolls, to my knowledge, aren't small and graceful creatures. You're going to see them from the sky.
But the thing is, if there's no animals really nearby,
Yeah,
They
they're
won't
cool.
really. He would be like kind of like out in the open.
It's only an owl when there's been no owls flying around.
And I'm not gonna lie, that is
Well, I can go from tree to tree too.
Oh yeah, he could definitely go.
I can stealth.
And yeah, he's not he's not a dumb animal. He's not going to fly overhead. Again, I'm assuming facts, not in evidence, but I'm assuming that he's smart enough to do it without flying directly into their camp. And hey, what's going on, guys? He's going to fly around and I would assume through the trees
Trying not
and
to be seen.
yeah, that's why I'm asking if he can fly and find evidence. Because again, I would assume the trolls are going to leave some form of.
It could take 2 to 3 days.
You have a better idea?
No.
Yeah. I mean, it may take a couple of days, but at this point, unless someone has a better idea, and while he's gone looking, we can see if we come up with other ideas.
I have the mayor.
Actually,
The mayor's name.
Yes,
I have the other
Shifter.
stone, don't I?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking to the stone like,
I wanted to ask the mayor, like, hey, from what
that
you've
thought just
seen,
came to me.
yeah, from where you've seen, are you able to tell like which direction the faction?
That would give us a direction to search. Good idea.
Yes. Do you have a question, Shifter?
I just
You
wanted to ask him if he knew what troll.
No, I have a question. So, if we spend all this time doing reconnaissance, we find all their camps, right? Because that's what you guys are focused on, finding
We're
all
mainly
of
looking
their...
for the troll camp to see how many there is.
We can't do anything without information, and we only have 1/4 of the information.
Yeah, we need information before we can act.
So your information currently is to find all of the camps, right?
That's not information. That's what we need.
That's what you're trying to accomplish, is to find all of the
Yes,
camps.
because as Warner
So
always
once you
says in
have
his
the
journals,
information
we need the
of
information.
where all of the camps are,
Then we can figure
what
out
are you going to do with it?
that. We'll figure out that once we know the information.
Once
But
we know-
if we don't know the information, you can't
So,
make any
so on a bigger scale, we're trying to stop 4 factions, right? And we know where one of the 4 factions are, and we know information on one of the 4 factions somewhat.
Correct.
Okay.
Shifter, think of it like this: do you want to attack the orcs when they're right next to the goblin and trolls also, or would you rather single one out that's far away?
So then let me ask you a question, which
Yes.
goes off of what I was going to say.
Yes.
We have information on the hobgoblins, and we know where the hobgoblins are, and you
Correct.
guys are trying to find all of the other camps. Maybe we should, I don't know, figure out a plan on how to stop them and
Stop who? Everybody?
start with one faction, maybe. Start with just the hobgoblins and see if we can even stop them from attacking the village in the first place before we go piss off 4 different factions.
Well, hold on.
At
No
least
one's
if we
talking
only piss off one, we only have one group of people trying to kill us. But you guys want to go do recon, find 4 different factions, get information on 4 different people, and then try to take down all 4 of them at the same time.
Well, hold on. Let's
Who's
back up.
anything about everybody at the same time?
Hold on a second. We need to find out information before we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You have information
you-
on one of the factions. Why are you trying to go find more information on other factions when
So we know
why
what
not just focus on
Shifter,
one
let me
and
ask you
stop
this.
one?
Okay, hang on a second.
How far off are the goblins from the
Hold
hobgoblin
on.
camp?
So,
How far
Shifter,
off
let me ask you a question. What's your plan to take up hobgoblins?
Okay,
Because we already
That's
know
a
the
good start.
diplomatic speech is not going to work.
you're right. So obviously you guys don't want to do it diplomatically. We know it's not going to work. You won't even
Hold on.
look into
It's
that
not that we,
question.
hold on.
Hold on.
It's not that we don't
Hold on.
want to. We know it's not
Hold
going to
on.
work.
Whether you want to or you don't want to, either way, you won't even go that direction. So that's not an option, right? So now
We tried.
diplomat is
We
out of the
tried.
way. Okay.
Hello. You weren't
Okay, you
listening.
tried.
We
You
said
gave
we
it your
tried with
all.
them.
You guys gave it your all to give at everything you could possibly do to be diplomatic with these people.
Yes.
That option has failed, right?
Yes.
So now what will you do to deal with the hobgoblins? Start with one faction. Why try to jump to the biggest goal you can possibly have
They
when
told
you're
us
supposed
they
to
would
take
kill us if we
goals
came
step by
back
step?
in. They said if we came back in, it would be an act of war.
And we need to know
Okay,
what our options are out there.
So where we currently stand on the hobgoblins, if the hobgoblins, if we go try to talk to them, try to go near them, they're gonna attack us,
Yes.
and they're still gonna attack the village.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, whether you are a intelligent species or not, if your entire goal is to go kill an entire group of people just because you can, I'm sorry, but I don't understand how the guild's going to look at that as we did something wrong here. I don't see where the guild is going to look at us and say, you guys killed all these intelligent creatures. You guys are terrible people. Their entire faction's based on war. If it's all they understand, then use their own language against them and fuck their day. And then go talk to the next faction and figure out what's going on with them. Maybe they just wanted to be left alone and somebody's attacking them. So now, all we got to do to stop the trolls is stop this dude from attacking the trolls. So now we know that's how we got to deal with the troll situation. So we can tell the trolls we will try our best to do that situation, and hopefully that will deal with that situation. Now we move on to the next faction. Okay, now the goblins over here, they're getting paid, but they're getting paid 200 gold because there's a lot more of them, right? So we talk to them. They're weaker, and they're not all about war. So we might be able to use diplomatic approach to them because they're a little bit stupider than hobgoblins, and they're not just going to immediately try to kill us because their entire life isn't based on nothing but war. And then you move on to the orcs? Ogres or orcs?
Okay, real quick, let me ask you a quick question though. Do you know where the orcs, trolls, or goblins are?
No, that's why I'm saying start with your first step. Start with one faction. Why go look for everything else when you can slowly
Let me finish
build?
my question. So we're in dealing with the hobgoblins, however it may be, and we know hobgoblins, they've already threatened us, they're not going to go down, we're going to have to fight them. What do we do? What if the goblins or the trolls are next door, and they come and attack us while we're fighting the hobgoblins?
So what if we go next door to the goblins to try to figure out what we're going to do with them, and the orcs are next door to them? What if we go to the orcs to deal with them, and the hobgoblins know that we've been standing outside of their camp, and they decide to follow us, and then we get pincered in between the orcs and the hobgoblins? What if we go to talk to the trolls? Now we know where the trolls are at, and the trolls just smack us on the head. What if we send out our one recon man? That one recon man flies out to figure out where the 3 camps are, and we never see that one recon man again. Or he flies out there to find all the camps, spends 5 days looking, comes back with no information because he can't find shit.
Shifter, what we're trying to get at is we need information. We need information to plan our attack. If we have information that allows us to do one thing, then we have information that allows us to do one thing. If we have information that allows us to do another, we can do the other. But if we don't have any information, we're just looking at each other, shrugging our shoulders. That's what we're trying to do, is trying to get that information.
If you decide to go in, you're going in blind.
If we reconnaissance them and they seem diplomatic, hey, we can go the diplomatic route. If we go and reconnaissance them and they have all their weapons drawn and they're attacking small children, hey, let's go and kill them before they kill the small children. We need the information, though.
Okay, so
how much
time could it take us to find all of this information? Meanwhile, mind you, they're still attacking the village while we are doing all of this reconnaissance. At least if we stop one of the factions, now there's only 3 factions attacking the village. And then when we move on to deal with one of the 3 factions, and we deal with that faction, now there's only 2 factions attacking the village. That's easier to deal with than 4 factions constantly attacking the village until we find all the information we could possibly need, and then deal with the situation.
Can we talk to the person who's been to the village to see whether or not it's how much danger it's in?
How much danger is it in?
They are not currently attacking. They are. When I went there, I saw no dead bodies. They're just occupying. So whatever they're paying to do is not to kill, murder, and maim. It's to occupy the town.
Are they stopping supplies from coming in?
Yes.
Is that what I heard? Okay. I was making sure I wasn't.
So they have no supplies they are essentially being held captive. No one's in immediate danger, and we have a direct line to the mayor in case anything ever does happen. I should have one each. I gave him mine.
Yeah, see, you guys didn't tell me that information though when I asked you what's going on. You guys just told me that the village was under attack by 4 factions.
You interrupted before I could say anything.
You guys, we've been having this conversation for an hour now. You've left out all this information.
You keep interrupting people, Michael.
I got interrupted so many times when I was asking one question. But go ahead. So what will we do for recon?
That's the mayor.
And Mike.
Okay, so I'll hand you the stone because I don't know to ask.
You don't imagine.
That's not magic. That's not stone.
My other question is, can we get the stone back from the mayor temporarily? So we have one that when you're out, you're not on your own.
We all have one.
Oh, we all have. Okay,
we all have one. I gave mine up.
Steve's wondering about that. Do we all have one?
Yeah, because you made that a point when we went back.
I guess probably.
Yeah.
I tend to try to give out a set of setting stones in a bag of holding. 2?
You gave me 2.
Oh, from your treasure hoard.
Yes.
That's right, they were from his treasure hoard.
They're from my treasure hoard. There was only 2. So the mayor has 1 and I have 1.
Yeah, there was 2, I remember that. In this game there was only the 2.
Oh, no, the
last game
holding
where
that you gave out.
Yeah.
At one time we all had one.
Last campaign you all had one.
That was for me.
That's why I checked my paperwork, because I wrote it down.
For me, that was like half of the
characters. I was trying to remember if it was something I give out as loot or if it's something I give out as
I think we each had one, but again,
I'm thinking that
I may have fell asleep, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
so anyway, so back to my point. Can you get the mares back temporarily? That will be the same contact.
I don't know if they're gonna let me back into the town.
It was a risk handing it to him, but it made the mayor, I'm sure, feel.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to find somebody to take
and gives us information.
I went into town and they're false pretense.
Right. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you could get back in or if it would work.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let
I'm trying to think somebody keep in contact while you're out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the mayor if while they've been coming and going through shifts, if he's seen if each fraction has come from a different direction.
You know, I almost believe I erased that 2 and it was a 3 when I gave 1 over to him, but I don't remember.
Hold on, I'll look at them when we finish this one.
Yeah.
It should be in here for this one. There's no response for a minute.
If I had 3 and actually
About 5 minutes pass. I don't get outside a lot. The hobgoblins mostly come from the west. The trolls I've seen trolls enter. The troll that's here enter through different gates and exit through different gates. The orcs I've seen come through the west and the east gates. And what goblins I've seen have come through every gate. But I've never seen the goblins come from your guys' direction.
And we're to the south, right?
Let me double check so I don't give you wrong information.
I think so.
That's why I left it vague, because I wanted to double check which direction it was. You guys are southeast, so you came through the south entrance. So yeah.
So goblins to the northeast and west entering.
It was 3 total.
It was 3 total. So I had 2. So I have 1 more to get.
Oh, okay, so we can do that. Okay, good.
Yes.
Now, second question.
In fact, I'm automatically going to hand the
With
stone
the
to Sky
troops,
because
do
he's
you
always
see
our
it like a
scout.
significant number of one faction? Or do you
Sky?
Are they kind of like equal?
Daniel, I'm going to hand you one of the god stones for communication. That way, you always have it because you're always the scout for the most part.
It's hard to keep count. Oh God, you're gonna call me a racist.
Write it down, Sky.
They all look the same to me.
Okay, thank God. They look the same to me too. It's hard to tell if it's the same orc, the same troll, the same hobs.
Okay.
It's hard to tell them apart. At a time, I've seen about 10 goblins, like at the most, which isn't very often. When it first started happening, I saw like 20 of the orange ones. Those are the orcs? Hobgoblins.
Call it what?
He's talking stone to stone. Except Sky, you're hearing the conversation now.
No, what's the stone called?
Sending stone.
It's sending stone, but I call it the god stone.
Because he doesn't believe in magic.
And the orcs I've only ever seen like 2 at a time. The trolls I've only ever seen 1 at a time.
Probably not.
Okay, so they're
believe in spiritualism.
so most likely they're staying close to their camps.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like they're making the orcs and the trolls are making the goblins and hobgoblins do most of the work.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Question.
All right, I don't get out a lot.
You have a window, don't you?
Did you say we chose?
Yeah, and that's where I've seen what I told you.
I appreciate it.
Did you say we chose himself?
He only sees about one in town.
Nobody's got windows open in their cars, right?
Why?
Draining.
Like down for outside.
You didn't put any windows down, did you?
Oh,
Matt goes to look and see how much water's dribbling out of your car.
Can't be any worse. Already got a big ass dent in the bumper. So we know, okay, so for a fact we know the hobgoblins are to the west. The goblins are coming from the other three directions except for our direction. And the trolls and the orcs, they come in at different random places too. So either there's just one group and they all just decide to go in random directions and come in, or they spread out within smaller groups around.
I don't know which is scarier.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a lot of them to do that, or they're smart enough to move around. I don't know which is scarier to me.
Both.
Touche. So I say we send, as long as he's willing, I say we send Sky out to look for the trolls. Some signs of the trolls camp at the bare minimum. And if you can find the goblins and orcs.
I would say, Sky, if you're going to go out, head northeast, since we already know the hobgoblins to the west.
Are there any tracks on the ground?
Well, survival?
How big are trolls?
Large.
9 to 12 feet.
16?
Seems like we would see some form of trap.
They're giant.
Around here where you guys are camped, you just see a lot of your tracks and some hobgoblin and goblin.
I don't think the hobgoblins and goblins would associate themselves with the trolls willingly.
Right. Well, I'm saying, I mean, it would seem like the trolls would leave some form of trail, you would think.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not experiencing trolls.
Me either. I don't know what they would look like.
From the information we have, it kind of sounds like the orcs and the trolls are making the hobgoblins and goblins do all the work.
I have a question.
There's a lot more hobgoblins and goblins
Yeah, Noah?
than trolls.
Do trolls set traps and stuff?
Positive.
Roll history.
+3. 9. 12.
Just the one. Thank you.
Typically, what you've heard of them, they don't usually use traps or ambushes. They're more of a head-on group.
Okay.
What ambushes they do is, if they do, is hiding where they can and lobbing rocks from a distance.
Works?
Yeah.
I think so.
They do, yeah.
It's some form of,
That's
I
right.
don't call it civilization, but
They're tribal.
yes, there you go. That's where I was trying.
Them and hobgoblins are one culture. Goblins have a kind of culture.
They're in the middle.
And then it's a safe assumption to assume that trolls have none. They're just computers.
Yeah, they're monstrous in general.
Which is why I'm curious on what.
Hey!
Are they being paid, or did they just come in this area and they're like, oh, there's units going in for food?
That's good.
But sometimes the easiest way to point the monsters is to give them what they want and put them in the area that it's at. Unless there's a blizzard involved.
That could be the boss. Alright, so right now we just need Sky to go reconnaissance.
It's going to be really bad for my character because he didn't believe that he has no power.
So we decide what we're gonna do?
Yeah, you're gonna go on reconnaissance.
Okay.
And my advice was to go northeast, basically the complete opposite direction of where the hobgoblin camp was.
Okay.
I just want to re-verify. Is the city under siege, or is the city being held hostage?
It seems more like an occupation.
Occupation. Okay.
Because, like, from what I saw, everyone was just kind of confined to their homes.
Understood. But there's still. Well, you can't really tell. Never mind.
your goddess of?
Hmm?
What's your goddess of?
What goddess of? Healing?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I know goddess of
We asked that question last time. That's the one thing I do remember.
I think you want to say light. That was one other.
It is. It's
Healing.
it's healing. Yeah. Well, life is about the same thing,
I'll
but
make a note of it.
okay.
It's a long time we just writing, so fill out some visual words for later.
That's why I pictured the healer.
If you guys ever get to that,
We're working on it.
let's not blowing them
Well,
up.
I'm gonna go in the direction he said to go.
All right, roll stealth.
Ah, drop that one. Please.
Sounds like fun.
Looking at 22.
How long are you going to be out scouting for?
I'm gonna spend a few hours in that direction. So like 4.
Okay. All right, so you travel. What's your flight speed?
30.
30.
Probably.
Wait, were you stealthing it? That means you're going 15. You want to be out longer.
Okay.
4 hours out, you don't see any camps.
Okay. I come back and tell him I didn't find anything.
So for about a full day's, about 8 hours, so let's push about midnight. This guy comes back.
You see anything? Any tracks? Any broken down trees?
I wasn't on the ground. I was up in the trees.
Any trees that look like they were forced over?
Nothing.
It might be the goblins out to the it might be a safe because they're not going to leave that much tracks and they're going to stay well hidden compared to the other groups.
Right.
But we don't know for sure. It also means if there's no damage, then the trolls are probably to the north.
Sounds logical.
So the safe assumption that the trolls are up north. We know the hobgoblins are to the east or west, and we don't know for sure, but the goblins might be to the east. We just need to figure out where the orcs are.
Could the trolls be coming from the other side of the village?
From like the north? Or
Is that the far other side of the village?
yeah, we're on the south. They're on the north.
Well, southeast.
We're on the we're the south. We know
I
that
would think the trolls would be
These
the
are a little
north.
more southeast.
we're southeast.
But by logistics, then, if I'm thinking about it, what's the one area where the other races probably aren't going to be coming from? The other side. And didn't you say that the mayor said that the troll was coming from the opposite angles?
That the trolls were coming. He's never seen orcs and trolls come from our direction, so the south.
He's never seen the goblins from here.
The goblins. So the
The trolls, he said he's seen come in all the gates and
Yeah.
leave through all the gates.
Oh, the trolls come through everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I think the orcs as well. Not yeah, I think that's what it was. The orcs.
Orcs were coming through a specific gate, I believe. Or 2 specific gates. I think I gave you 2 gates for the orcs. Yeah, the orcs were 2 directions. I told you north, and I think I said north or the west gate.
So
I think it was north and west.
orcs. Trolls from all 3. He said all 4. So they're coming from all around.
And the goblins are using all 3 except for the south.
Well, so it sounds like none of them are coming from the east, really. Because if they're coming from all 3 except for down our way, then they're logically they're probably in the north and they're just coming around. So I believe the goblins are to the north and the trolls are set up. I'm not sure where the trolls are. if they're coming from all directions. And that's a bit of a travel to make guys fly out that way to try and check.
To the north?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a couple day reconnaissance, and that's dangerous.
Yeah. It just, it's the trolls that are getting me.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are going to be the most dangerous, and we don't know where they are.
Yeah, I don't like the loose cannon aspect.
Yeah.
The wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does anyone have any suggestions?
Problem is, if we move, the hobgoblins are going to be on alert because we're no longer here.
Speaking of which, you think John's back?
Good question. Where's my friend?
No, you go check his tree.
Go up there and check up in the tree. Hey, John, you there?
Calling for Sky, right?
No, Jaw, the hobgoblin scout we met.
Oh.
His friend.
Roll perception. You hear the sound of air being cut, and as an arrow slams into between your feet.
Oh, hey, John. Good to see you.
You look down at the arrow. There's a piece of paper tied around it.
Pull it up.
Shut the fuck up! I'm hiding.
Damn it!
You're not hiding anymore.
Okay. Don't know what fuck is, so how do I shut it?
You're not there. Who the fuck you're talking to? He's not there.
I'm staring off into space.
I was asking.
But I do know that shut up means not speak. What?
How loud do you say that?
I'm going to walk in the direction the arrow came from and say that repetitively at a low voice. Not walking too far from camp, obviously.
You hear his familiar voice. Adventure is done.
Why are you hiding from us? You already met us.
As you hear leaves rustling and branches creaking, and you see him scrambling down his tree. Come on, and he walks back towards you again. Not saying a word. You can, almost like a cartoon. You can see the steam coming out of his ears.
I'm gonna have this during all this time. I had like a stew brewing for dinner.
Well, no reason to be hiding from us. We can attack you.
As he gets decent away from the road. Do you really? You guys at this point here, he's not being quiet anymore. So you got away from the road. Do you really think you're the only fucking adventurers that are gonna come here to kill us?
Probably.
Then you're fucking wrong and naive.
Oh, you seen others?
Yes, you're not the first band that's come.
Oh, what'd you do with the last ones?
I didn't do shit to the last ones. I don't know what the fuck happened to them, but they didn't come back
Do you know which direction they went when they didn't come back?
into the town.
Well, that was stupid.
Yeah. Especially if there's only two of them.
Well,
They're
that's
fucking
really
squishy
stupid.
too.
Once you get close enough. Mumble?
He starts eating while he's talking. So yeah, you're not gonna be the only adventurers that are gonna be sent. I assumed you guys knew how adventuring works. Typically, more people take jobs.
I never run into the same any other adventures on all the adventures I've been on.
I was told I did.
Granted, that was only one, but and I do say that out loud.
So, I do have one question for you. For our safety, because obviously you're going to be here for a little while to maybe figure out the situation.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
What are the trolls? Because I don't want to wake up to a troll fucking
Oh.
standing over me.
Oh, they're actually within vicinity of where they can walk to the town with less than a day or more than a day's travel.
Would you like protecting them?
No, but I'm like getting my skull bashed in case you guys attempt to fight them and fail. by either the trolls or my boss if he finds out I told you where any of the camps are.
Oh,
And
yeah.
as I've said, I'm not telling you where any of the fucking camps are. I'm
Yeah.
defeating the enemies.
I just want to know if they are not where they are, if they might walk.
If they're
stumble
close
by
enough
here.
to be here.
Stay in trees, stay out of the way. That's why I was in a fucking tree hiding.
Why are you hiding
Hey.
on the same team?
That's what I said.
Fucking trolls are crazy.
That's true.
Yes. Sometimes they don't
Why are you
attack us.
protecting them.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I don't like predicting crazy things. They're dangerous.
You want another one?
Oh, really? Okay.
You want another one?
I'm good. Anything else I can help you guys with?
Want some milk?
I'm good. Anything else I can help you guys with?
Is there any way we can do this diplomatically? Because I like you, and I don't want anything to happen to this.
At disadvantage because you're piss them off at this point.
I assume so.
I think it's fair.
Yes.
Irritated very greatly. Is that better?
There we go.
17? Oh, I'm sorry. 12.
You guys really aren't fucking going anywhere, are you?
No, just like you, we're getting
We
to the
can't-
speaker.
How much?
They don't. I haven't told us yet. Yeah, no, it's done, isn't it? Yeah,
You guys are the worst fucking adventures
yeah.
I've
No,
ever
I
had.
had the same reaction as you.
Oh. All right. You might, if you catch him in a really fucking good mood, you might be able to talk my boss into walking away from this. But again, that's a huge maybe.
You have like something he loves. I might be able to.
Something
Money,
Money,
more money,
more money.
but also it's a question of honor.
True. That is.
Yes.
I know you guys don't think much of us, you guys being specific as races as a whole.
Wait a minute.
As a whole, not
51%.
any one of you in particular, just as a whole, I know we aren't respected for how we live, but we do still have honor, our own code of honor at least. It may not match up to your guys' broken laws, but we have our own code of honor.
What is it called?
Don't screw over your boss. Help those that need it, that are your family. Do what you can to save your family.
So how do we become part of your family?
Talk to the boss. Renounce your fucking adventuring way. Bring me an adventurer's head.
Oh, no. I can't do that.
I don't even know if that would work. It just
It's my
sounded fun.
family.
I have no idea.
My Adventurers Guild is my family.
Not being part of an adventurer's guild would be a requirement to join our family. But yeah, you may, again, if you're lucky, be able to convince him. The goblins, I don't talk to. They're annoying. Screaming about their goblin king all the goddamn time.
To the Goblin King?
There's at least one in the area.
There's always a goblin.
I heard there's two.
I've heard that as well.
I heard they sing a lot. Is that true?
One of the groups does. Not the ones we have, thankfully.
Or the goblin king with a
I'm sorry. What?
huge bulge.
That was a bold.
Trolls, good
See
fucking
that?
luck.
Labyrinth. David Bowie.
And the orcs, again, it's going to be a question of honor. And again, their own honor, not your guys' honor.
Oh, yeah.
But you
Great
might.
Guild could have honored their own.
Your best bet's going to be the orcs as far as if you survive diplomacy. Then us. Then the goblins. Then the trolls. Good look on the last two, though.
This, from the stories I've heard, this group is pretty good at convincing goblins to do what they don't want to do.
This group.
From what I've heard.
Goblins can be friendly.
I'm sure. Good luck with that.
The trolls, they make me nervous.
Trolls are scary. Have
They
you
are.
ever seen one?
No, those are scary. No, I have never seen one.
Lucky. They fucking smell like death. You'll know they're there before you know they're there.
Good enough.
Huh?
Your nose will know they're there before your eyes know
Oh,
they're
okay. Thank you. That made my head hurt.
there. It's not right, is he?
No. He also doesn't believe in magic.
I believe in faith. The gods are real.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I deal with.
You guys are an interesting bunch. Anything else? I prefer not to be here when you guys all kill each other.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you get
We're
on
not
the
killing each other.
Yes, but you guys were arguing loud enough to where I could hear you.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
anything else?
Want to both of the work?
I'm good, thank you.
I think that's
Food
it.
makes me sleepy. Good food makes me sleepy. I'll take another bowl. I'm just kidding, pal. I didn't walk away.
I barely see a fucking yawn.
As he's surrounded by adventures.
And he leaves.
We might be able to sway the hogs and the orcs.
That's kind of weird. I didn't think the orcs could be negotiating with them.
No, but the goblins do what it works.
I know.
So,
Kind of easier too with the goblins.
Nice.
He did also tell you that he hasn't talked to the goblin, so he could be wrong on.
Oh, yeah.
the only one I don't think there's a diplomatic solution for is the trolls, but we won't know until we see them.
I know.
Pushing about 1 a.m. at this point.
1 a.m. Shit.
Alright. I say we get some sleep. Maybe head talk to John in the morning about going to go peacefully talk to John. Bard and blah.
I'm going to take Jaws' example. I'm going to climb a tree and tie myself to the tree.
Can you help with that?
I'm up in the tree too.
Are we set up some sort of watch, or
Yeah. What sounds good?
I'll take first.
I'll take last.
I'll take first with them.
Anyone want here for second watch?
I'll
Yeah,
be awake during the entire night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, watch it open.
Good enough. But he's also, every watch won't volunteer to be awake for the whole watch. Let's not
Whatever
increase
watch is
the-
open, I'll take
for a second.
Yeah. So I'll take
I do
first
not
watch.
sleep.
I'll take last watch.
Alright.
He said first watch.
So it's Ryan.
Yeah, Orion and me. Orion.
So you guys need a second watch.
2 druids for second watch.
Still take the
Yeah,
second
I'll
watch.
take second one.
All right. So we need to roll perception.
Yeah, first watch for perception.
25.
That's all.
Grab me that.
So 23.
About an hour and a half into your guys' watch,
Garbage.
you
I've been rolling low.
smell in the air.
I figured
Something hits your nose. Oh. It smells like rot, decay, death.
What?
It's just a whiff.
Can we tell which direction it's coming from?
I rolled a 6. What is 6?
That was my net 20.
I said, was this natural my 23? Or
Okay.
Watch your second.
Oh. I don't have to go again. Go again. I even did.
What are we rolling for now?
Very 20.
People on watches are rolling. Oh, I forgot you're awake. Perception, first of all.
Fucking
Yeah, 30.
15.
Yeah, you don't catch it.
Catch what?
I smelled like I could tell.
You hit your nose, and you have that initial reaction to swell up, and you just can't quite trace it as you're now getting that taste of puke in your mouth, mixed with that smell. You north.
It's the same going down.
What's in north of us? As precaution, I start keeping on the fire.
Hey, Sar, while you're on watch, you see Orion start kicking out the fire.
And I just I turn to you, I'm like,
I'll look at him questioningly.
everyone get down.
How far away is Sar?
I smell
It's about
trolls.
10, you guys probably stationed about 10 feet out.
I'm gonna crawl over to where he's at. I can smell. It smells like possibly trolls. Take a deep whiff. Take a deep breath.
Can Warforged smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a whiff.
It takes you a second, it takes a few. Before the smell hits your nose of death, rot, decay.
Got signs of trolls.
But it's just a whiff of it, just a hint.
Can I? Which way is the wind blowing?
If only I had a die for that. Southwest.
Which way am I facing?
It's blowing.
Camp's here, that's north, it's going with that.
And village is here. So it's
You're here. Village is here. Wind's blowing that direction.
So
Which way am I facing? Do I have, without turning my head, can I see southwest?
You are looking southwest.
Excellent. Do I see anything in the surroundings?
I'm going to see if that wind works. No.
Okay.
The wind's blowing behind
Racing,
you.
the wind's blowing at my face.
it's
No.
blowing southwest.
No, it's
That means
blowing the other way.
Coming from the
Oh,
south.
okay.
Yeah, it's blowing in the back of your head.
Okay.
And
I
blowing
wanted to
out
make
the
sure
face.
I wasn't wrong because that hit, I heard that. I was like, no.
Yeah, the wind's blowing at the back of your head. It's
Okay,
blowing.
I got that
It's blowing
backwards.
still where you're looking.
About face.
Well, I'm not going to move because if they're wanting me to be quiet and
Yeah.
not do anything, I'm just going to stay facing the same way. I'm going to whisper back to them. Let me know when I need to draw my daggers.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the direction
You're in a tree.
Yes.
those two are in a tree.
I'm up there right next to the owl in the tree.
I was gonna call and wake you up. You're in a tree. So
I'm not sure where Shifter and Poppy slept.
Make enough noise, you'll wake me up.
I'm assuming they're by the campfire at this point because they didn't tell me where they wanted to be.
Yeah.
I forgot I got a piece for Shifter. That's why I felt like I was missing one when I was looking at him earlier.
Oh yeah.
That says yeah, he made one.
That's cool.
Or I had one for this already. Did you get one?
Yeah, that's a nice mini Shifter.
Oh, he's listening.
Oh, that's it.
He's not too mad.
Then you go to sleep. You'd be sleeping. Glorious.
Is
You
he not?
can sleep. Oh, there he is.
Use the undead ones.
You've got willow wisps.
Yeah.
Found a fucking willow wisp for the fire. No, they're in here because I've used them. There they are.
Well, I'm not gonna use holy fire. Actually, I'll give it to you. I have. Oh, it's not this, but next time I have like one of those tool things where you put like the nails and shit in there. And you just put like the new ones in there.
So he's in a tree. He's in a tree. He's by the campfire. She's by the campfire. Didn't tell me otherwise. He's facing southwest. You're talking to him. You're talking to him, but facing northeast.
No, he was talking to him.
Oh, you both were, I thought.
No. I was
No,
over
I
here
called
picking out
over.
the fire.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
He's been out fire, and I called over to let him know because he seemed confused.
So that's where you guys are positioned.
What question?
I'm
I like how I say that, but I don't want the people on the screen to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's try that. There we go.
Ooh la la.
Did he go lower?
Yeah.
Look at the stability of that camera. Oh,
That's a very nice
it's
stand.
adjustable.
I like that, Steve. You got a good choice of picking that.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Psycho.
get it out tonight.
All right, so everyone that cares, pay attention. Campfire,
I think Psycho just reached out his shoulder.
hobby, shifter, Orion, Sky, Modian? No, not Modian. Perrin, Sar, Modian.
So I'm gonna crawl over to people on the ground and start waking them up quietly.
North,
So
east, south, or west, south.
Wait, I thought behind me was. Wait, am I facing the fire?
You're facing away from the fire. Your back's to the camp.
Because I'm facing southwest.
Yes, which is why I said this is south.
Okay,
You are facing this way.
okay, I got you now. Okay.
Yeah, you're facing this direction.
East. I thought you meant
I'm gonna
west.
slap the shit out of you.
I'm just going to look where it's coming from. See if I can see anything.
I'm gonna crawl
Roll
over,
perception disadvantage.
crawl over to one
All
of
the
the
depth
people
is in the air.
Ground.
close to me.
That would
You're
be
asleep.
Well,
It's hard to see through the trees. From where your dark vision kids,
I don't know.
it's different shapes and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't see anything there. Past your dark vision, it's all black. It's hard to really make anything out.
Cut your hair.
Don't ask me.
Wasn't
Because my hair is usually short.
All stuff as you're moving around.
yeah, because your dad.
Oh, sorry. I don't know where you thought that was a question.
I'm going to go back to
You
What,
need
what
dice?
type of armor do you wear?
You need dice?
What are you wearing?
Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry.
This is a gift from Lex.
Not regular clothes. I guess
Are you still wearing your armor?
Oh yeah.
Kind of armor. Some armors give disadvantage to stealth. The heavy armor.
I guess.
What are you?
The Templar. No, Templar.
Clerk.
Clerk. Which means you can wear chainmail.
Alright. I think chainmail is disadvantage.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I'm wearing chain. I think I've got.
Leather.
Oh, I've got lighter. Yeah, leather.
Leather.
Okay, just roll another stealth as you're crawling around all over the place.
Who's that?
Heavy armor. And you have to take that off.
Me, Josh,
Not
Dad.
on that off. There's a thing for that.
Dad's going around with anyone else.
At least that's what I've had a game I played, and that's it. They have a system for how long you can wear armors when you sleep.
Yeah, system for everything.
Yeah.
We got a 6.
Okay. So as you're kicking up the fire, you hear leaf touching, dirt
As soon
scraping.
as everybody can do it, I stop. So I don't know.
You make it the ship there.
Who's that? It's Poppy right next to me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of lean down and kind of shake her awake.
Poppy,
Like my hand over her
That's
mouth.
awesome.
Like I shake.
Poppy, you're awake to being gagged, bound, and no, I'm kidding. You're shook and awake with something with a hand over your mouth. As you look up, you see Orion.
And I'm like doing this, like
Cover your mouth.
Saki, you just wanted to cover her mouth.
and I'm gonna whisper to you.
Push your ball, cat. Oh, sorry.
I hold my finger in front of my mouth
Sorry.
to let you know to be quiet. I'm like, and I whisper really. I get down, like close to you, and I whisper, "Goodbye."
This guy moved his camera like the perfect time. Say it again.
Yeah.
He said he thinks there's trolls nearby. There's trolls in them there hills.
So I'm just like, be quiet, and I let go of your mouth, and like.
And since I'm next to Shifter, I'm gonna
Slit your wrist.
put my hand over Shifter's mouth and shake him awake also.
Grab his beak.
Where are you rolling?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm going to put my hand over his beak the best I can, and wake him up.
Shifter, you're shook awake to your beak being held. Shook and awake to your beak being held. You're muted.
Hopefully. I got my.
I'll punch whatever's holding my beak.
Awesome. Roll an attack. Oh yeah, no PvP. You can't hit him. I forgot about that.
I'm fine.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
I'm fine.
Go and roll it.
What do you want me to do then? What would you do if you woke up to somebody holding your
Oh my
face shut?
fucking God, Michael.
I said I'm fine with it. Go for
You
it.
said it's fine with it, first of all. Second of all, it is a established rule in my game that I have disallowed PvP. I understand that would be your character brief. Roll,
Go ahead.
roll the
Attack.
attack.
Can you get me a taffy?
I mean, there's gonna have to be like
Not cinnamon,
some kind of
not licorice.
rule like, that allows PvP, because I mean,
If
you completely- honestly, if you completely outlaw PvP, I probably would not play. Honestly,
as I said,
Just so you know.
No, I understand that, but as I said, it's a thing where both players need to agree on.
well, I mean, I think that if a player does something to restrain another character, then they've already made that decision for themselves.
But he's not restraining him. He's making it where he can't yell out.
As I'm shaking his
That's
shoulder.
a type of restraint. I agree. I do agree with him in this situation. I do think he's acting out a little bit more. I would open my eyes, see who it is before I swung at them.
That was my point.
But yes, I mean, if somebody grabbed me in the dark, my initial reaction would be to hit them. Yes.
Well, I'm not just grabbing. I'm putting my hand over his beak and I'm shaking him awake.
Because he doesn't-
Okay, that's
because he
pretty much
doesn't
the
have a
same
way-
thing I'm talking about. That's how it would feel if you're asleep.
I get what you're saying, but like I said,
I mean, it's taking.
Like, do it again.
I think if we take it to an
Yeah.
extreme, it's going to take away the fun from the game, and I would just drop out.
Do it again. Go from behind.
That's just my opinion.
I get what you're saying.
Because if you can't do anything at all, like if we're all it is a bunch of rules, then it's no longer a game. It's no longer fun to play.
Right, but Steve's whole point is where you draw the line.
There shouldn't be a line. It's a game.
Trying to kill or
Well, that makes it unfun for other people with other characters always attacking their friends.
Yeah, I've learned there needs to be lines with this game because it runs ridiculous if there isn't.
See, the problem is,
I haven't had a bad time yet, but it's getting there.
right, but there's been problems with people attacking other players, and
Oh, that happens.
in my G.I. Joe, well, no, with us it happens. In my G.I. Joe game, each of our characters are not antisocial, but they don't trust other people. They're not easy to get along with. But we realize in a group that we need to work together. In my G.I. Joe group, we don't have the problems that we have here. That's the problem. That's Steve's point, is why he created that role to begin with.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people here that their first instinct is to, I'm going to hit whoever's in front of me.
I've played plenty of games that don't escalate into PvP constantly.
And look back at our previous games. There's been a lot of people in our games that's fought other people just because they thought it was fun. That's where the rule came from, is because there's too many people in the group that wants to fight
Just
other
attack.
players just to.
But
I think it's fun.
if you look at each scenario individually, if you do something that in any scenario would cause a violent reaction to be brought upon by whatever you're doing, if you are doing a physical action and somebody acts violently towards you because of what you are doing, then you have brought it upon yourself. If you are in a dead sleep, somebody grabs you and shakes you awake and is holding your mouth shut, you're not just gonna, oh, what's happening? Oh, no, you're going to shoot awake, fighting and screaming for your life because you just woke up, you don't know. So on that aspect, you're
clarify
dragging.
this.
Let him finish. We don't need
Can-
interrupting.
Can I just clarify something real quick, though? There's a difference between grabbing and holding the beak shut and then shaking violently versus trying not to make any noise, putting the mouth over the beak saying, I don't want you to talk, and then gently shaking you awake because he's trying not to make noise.
You're also adventurers in a hostile area, and your characters would be aware that you're going to get woken up at night and need to be quiet. And there are characters that may first instinct be to scream or yell when they get woken up in the middle of the night. So it'd be reasonable for adventurers to expect the party to try to keep them quiet when they wake them up.
But this is not fine if you want to punch at me. That's fine. But in Dan's
I would
thing,
agree with that, but he said violently shake him awake.
He did not.
That was his words. He said, I violently shake him awake.
No, he did
cover
not.
his mouth.
No, he did not.
No, I'm covering your beak and I'm shaking you awake to wake you
He
up.
said shaking. He didn't say violently.
So why did you guys say violently shaking and covering my beak?
You said violently.
You said violent. You were the first one to say violent.
I said I can see how you would take it as a violently shaking you awake because you're dead asleep. I can see that.
Oh.
But if you're in a group of adventurers, you should be used to your friends trying to wake you up in the middle of the night.
Quietly.
See, you guys, this is what I'm talking about. You're assuming what another person thinks their character should feel. And this is the problem I have with the rules, is that, it's like you're assuming, okay, so at this point you can't play a thief, you can't play, I mean, that's the thing. You're outlawing, you're taking the fun out of the game.
Well, if you think fighting other players just to fight them's taking the fun out of the game.
I don't fight other players just to fight them. Every character that I have ever killed in any of the games that we've played, they attacked me first, or they instigated the attack.
And that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to stop, is other people starting fights.
But that's people are people. That's just, you got to remember that. People are people. We argue.
Yes.
But again,
You know what I mean?
these are choices you're
that's
making.
part of the game. That really
None of us
is
are-
part of the game.
None of us are in a forest. We're playing a game around a table. Like I said, I've got the other game I play, my G.I. Joe game. We're all kind of social people, but we don't have the problems that this group has. And Steve's been in other games where they don't have this problem, where we've had plenty of times in the past where other players have attacked other players. Just,
Well, then why aren't you playing with those people?
I do. Every other Tuesday I play with them.
I'm sorry. I mean, it might seem rude, but why don't you just play with them people then?
Because I'm playing with my son. That's the only reason I'm still here.
No. I mean, you said Steve plays with other people too. So why doesn't he play with those people? I mean,
I do.
Yeah,
I do. Wednesdays and Fridays.
Gents, can we just get back on track for this game? We can argue about all this semantics afterwards.
Yeah, that's the main reason I'm still in this game, is because my son's DMing. If it wasn't for Steve, I probably would have stopped.
Get back on the game, guys.
Because too many people don't They always play their characters, but they don't get along with others.
Let's get back to the
Well,
game.
why
Our
don't we
rules
just tell the
stand.
people who do that they do it?
Let's get back to game. He's startled awake. Let's just leave it at that. He's startled awake. Let's continue on.
But like I said, I'm fine. If he wants to punch him, I'm fine with
He
that.
punched, he missed. I
Okay.
got a 4 or 8. I mean, I was looking at a D4 when I said that. That is not what he rolled.
So
So yeah, he misses. You wake him up, he swings at you.
I pull back. Shh. Take a whiff. Smell.
Roll perception, if you wish. Same with Poppy once you're awoken.
And both the stones are in the trees. Not only up to self, keep one of the stones down with us when we're in the trees. I think about it.
25.
Actually, I don't have stone. He still has a stone.
Yeah. I have
Oh.
some.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
Poppy, did you roll?
I never took back the stone.
So you can let him know.
Oh no, he has the stone because we gave it to him. So
No.
I know.
Yes.
I have 2.
We have 3 altogether.
We have
You rolled 12. Sorry.
You.
12.
So you can let Sky know. How loud is the stone? Is it
Whisper
like
in your
talking
ears.
on the phone?
It's even quieter than on the phone. It's a mostly mental thing, I believe.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think you
it
said
is.
it's just you're
Let me-
speaking into each other's
Let me
minds.
double check with it because it essentially casts a sending spell.
Oh, okay.
It's
Or message.
no, it's sending.
Oh,
Because message is 120 feet.
Oh,
Sending
okay.
is the one you can do from a distance,
oh, okay.
from a great distance.
But it's a similar type spell. Okay, yeah.
It's similar to message, but better.
Right. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure it was. And I didn't think it was from the conversation before earlier.
Yeah, you hear the message in the mic.
Okay. So yeah, let's go.
I don't know.
Are you gonna grab the stone? Sky, wake up. Sky, wake up.
I'm up in the tree, bro.
He's
Tied.
using the sending stone that you have on your person.
It'd be in my bag of holding. When I go to sleep, I put everything in my bag of holding and I put it on me.
How does that? How does the thing?
I won't hear it. It's
It would
inside
sound
that.
good if it was
It's
in
inside
bag.
that void. I'm sorry.
And I have to be honest, I would say if it's in a pocket or a regular bag, yes.
Okay.
But the fact that it's in another dimension is right here.
Yeah, I've always mentioned that I put everything in my bag of holding except for the one that I
Because
put
it's
on
more of
my
a
side.
fucking trait. It does mention that every goddamn game.
Every time.
It
Yeah.
is what
So
Go ahead and take your inspiration point now, Dan.
I can't take that. I can't take it to where I would hear it. You know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't think about that.
Sorry.
That's fine. The moment you may not have. So
Yeah.
you try, no response. Okay? It dawns on you that you both sleep with all of your possessions in a bag of holding.
Take
Yep.
the water on this head option. Easy worse.
I know him.
I use a bag of holding as a blanket. I put myself in it and just put my head. Like.
It sucks all your intestines out.
There you go.
And you forgot to cut your toenails, and your toenail scraps a hole in the bag, and you implode. Anyways,
so 4 of you that are awake.
did
I
Shifter?
think it's all of us but Sky.
Did Shifter make his?
And-
his
Oh,
attack?
and him, because he don't have
So
it.
5.
Did Shifter make his smell attack? Oh, okay.
They both fell.
There's trolls near. There's trolls near. I'm gonna speak quietly. There's trolls nearby. I believe there's trolls nearby. Let me rephrase that.
He either froze or is pretending to be a statue. No, he's pretending to be a statue so they can see
Yes,
just moving in the background.
I can see the dead body moving behind him.
Alright, so what's the 5 of you doing?
I'm gonna look towards Ryan. I remember who's with me. I'm gonna look around, try and see if I can see where he's looking at. Maybe he can tell where it's at.
We didn't move from our
I
location.
can't tell.
I'm looking in the
I
direction.
don't think of any animals if they
Look
need
at the
it.
same direction he's looking then.
No animals.
And I'm gonna point to. I'm gonna tap
Right?
Shifter on the shoulder and point towards the north,
Northwest? Northeast, I mean?
northeast, wherever he's looking at. Oh, that's north. I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
still
I did.
facing
South
southwest.
north. Wind is north. Yeah, north. Sorry, you were right.
So I'm gonna point
Chapter?
tap Shifter, not Shafter. That's another character on another game. No. I'm gonna tap Shifter. I was about to say Shafter again. Shifter on the shoulder and point towards the north. Yes.
God damn.
And not in a good way. Perception? I got a 9.
Nope.
I didn't think so.
You can see shit, Captain.
I didn't think so. I got a 3 on the die.
Rolling low here.
Mother was a total that helps. In this case.
But, you know.
It is. If you don't have dark vision, it is pitch black right now.
Yeah, he put the
As
fire out.
Shifter and Poppy come awake, you realize the fire's been put out. Or burnt out, one of the two.
Fire's
Whichever
been
you
put
would do.
Yes.
Is there still smoke?
A bit.
Can we
So
tell
just
them
usually-
what direction?
Southeast.
The smoke is from your campfire right here.
Let's go to the southeast.
I kicked out the fire.
I think it's never going.
Stats.
See, I'm afraid to move now. She roll.
We lost one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to unmute. This thing's being stupid. Michael, try leaving and coming back in. Oh, it's crashed. Okay.
All right, so sister's dead.
What? On what?
His computer died on him.
Yeah.
So Sky and
Sky and
Baron are still sleeping. In the
yeah,
tree.
they're up in the trees asleep.
And I make too much damn noise, so I'm not waking them up.
At least you don't have to worry about me making any noise.
As long as you don't snore.
I don't. I'm a bird.
He snores into a megaphone.
Will you roll a natural one? He happened to turn his head, and his mouth's next to a megaphone, and he starts snoring. No. I'm going to try. I'm going to try once again crawling towards Orion.
Nice, Steve. Okay. This is faithful.
Steve,
That's me.
I want to roll
I'm not moving either.
history on my knowledge of trolls.
I'm just going to lay where I'm
To
at.
determine what?
Yeah, 9.
Weaknesses and abilities of trolls.
I'm almost positive, as stated earlier, that everyone already rolled on that previously.
Weaknesses. I thought you said
Do it?
weaknesses.
I'm almost positive a few games ago that was rolled on, but
Yeah.
you can roll it at disadvantage if you want.
On trolls?
When you guys first started hearing about the trolls and talking about it.
No, if it's medical, that's what he made.
That's what-
something to do, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we did roll. We failed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I didn't roll, I didn't know. Okay, well, I'll just go through.
We
If
did
you
it with
didn't roll-
advantage and we failed.
There was some great rolls from you guys that night.
Wait, was that this game or last game?
Game before last, I believe.
Yeah, it was when he said that there were trolls being part of the thing. We said, "What do we know about these creatures?" And we pulled whoever had the best stat with somebody assisting them to get the advantage, and we failed the roll on the trolls.
Okay, I'm just wondering if I was part of that one.
I
You
would
can roll at
assume so.
disadvantage. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. You can roll at disadvantage if you want, but
I'll
the
roll
group
it.
hasn't rolled on it.
The group failed.
Do that.
Yeah, I'm going to turn towards the south.
I rolled. That's not mine. Where's my?
So what's your roll?
A 9. That's not nice. Sorry.
You turn and you bump into Shifter's pack and it rattles.
I rolled 11.
Crouching up there where I'm at. I can't move your name quietly.
11.
Yeah, I heard him. I'm thinking. You haven't fought much of them. They're mostly extinct.
Okay.
Tell the one that's out here in the woods that.
Yeah, no better.
Well, he said mostly.
You've heard that they can heal when they take damage, and chopping off their limbs makes the limb come at you.
Good to know.
So we need something that does repetitive damage like fire. Okay.
I was curious. I read the stat block.
Freeze it.
If it takes a certain amount of damage, the limb can come off and it'll still move on its own accord, including the head.
Well, if we give them poison, will that work too?
We'll see.
I'm gonna. Can I roll another step to see if I can hear anything? I think so. 8. Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm asleep.
Shifter, are you still not able to unmute yourself, or did you just
I
remute?
ain't moving a fucking inch. Because apparently I can't.
What you need from me?
I was asking if you're able to fix your issue and not being able to unmute.
Yeah. It was my computer messing up, Steven.
That's fine. I wasn't sure. I was speaking.
Yeah, I got it fixed.
I was asking if you fix it. Perfect. All right. Anyone doing anything?
Just trying to keep quiet.
I got my hands on my daggers inside my cloak as I'm sitting there patiently.
Okay, so as I knock this thing down, I just
Yeah,
crouch
I'm-
down quietly.
I'm like on my knee, so hand and sword.
If I move for something on my body, do I have to roll stuff for that?
No.
Okay.
All right, so a couple minutes pass. The stench goes a little heavier. A couple more minutes pass. Stench goes a little heavier. About 5 minutes pass. You start to almost feel like you're choking on it. Can I get a perception disadvantage from Sky and Perrin, please?
I'm pulling the blood out.
Sky, please, thank you. That sucks.
I feel like that should like.
If it makes you feel any better, Mike got a 20 and a 1.
I have a 1.
Okay. So,
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
The stench does not wake us.
I mean, I have a. Well, do I get my advantage then?
yeah, so it'd have been a straight.
Because I don't have advantage. I'm specialized in perception.
Oh, okay. Which is the specialized or the expertise, or which one's specialized?
Specialized because I'm a thief.
I know, but what do you mean by specialized?
I get double my proficiency bonus on that one. So that would make it actually a
So you rolled a
3.
A what?
It makes it a 3.
Well, in that case.
Hey, wait a minute. I can use luck. I'm a halfling.
Yes, you do. You are.
I rolled a 1.
The printer?
Roll that beautiful big footage.
We have
Nope.
No, the story.
You get.
I'm
You're
good.
not wait, so never mind.
No,
we have
no.
that much room in there.
Oh, so you can put it in
No,
here.
no, fuck you.
And then a couple more minutes pass on the ground before breaking through the tree line.
I need like.
A good motherfucker.
You just
See, I'm right here.
Does it look like he's acknowledging us?
He's looking in your direction with a log in his hand, not that kind of log.
Oh my soul stuff.
So it's not your dad.
Well, yeah, it's a Tic Tac.
Have a log. I would have had the other type of log. I felt shit, you guys.
Alright, so that'll be initiatives.
I learned that from my kids.
Roll initiative.
Initiatives.
All of us?
Only if you want to fight. No, actually, I guess Sky and Perrin would be rolling initiative because they're sleeping.
I'll still roll.
I roll again if I roll that 20, right?
With the shaking of the tree. Waking up.
21.
What the hell? You rolled a good one. And I rolled the opposite of good.
Alright, Sar,
23.
Sky,
What is it I'm rolling now?
initiative.
And this
Okay, well, this doesn't make any sense. My initiative roll is 32.
Okay.
The hell?
I need some more.
Alert, all that.
Huh?
Modian,
He has alert.
Yeah.
I don't see how I can have a high initiative if I'm not awake.
yeah, but 5e got rid of flatfoot and all that shit, so.
Well, actually, I could see that because the in this case at least, the troll stomping through the woods and shaking the tree, and that should wake you up,
Shifter?
especially with your high initiative. That's how I explain it.
You did.
It's kind of like you're waking up and you immediately start reacting because you're high initiative.
Yeah. You're battle ready.
Well, it's at this point, you both are caught by surprise.
So then, am I just like leaping into action? Then am I going first? Is that what was
Injury?
said?
No, I need
I
your
would
initiative.
think that we would
Oh,
go on
21.
the initiative when we finally wake up, is what I would think. Right?
Well, I'm just at that point, like Dad was saying, the ground starts to shake. It's what wakes you guys up, and it's pretty much a surprise round against you and Mike. So your first turn is pretty much skipped. You get your reactions for the rest of the round. Then it picks back up the top of the round with you on the second turn.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you get all your reactions. It's just
Shifter,
you're surprised.
did you give me your number?
Winning one.
21.
Poppy,
Nat 1.
good job. Roll it again.
You're still there.
Oh, yeah.
Not this one.
Roll a different one.
Did you want it?
God, I still wrote
4 plus 2, so 6.
Okay, so what was the total for first roll? 3?
3 for the first one.
And Perrin.
16.
Oh, God, you're rolling so low.
You're not on here.
I don't exist.
No,
Yes.
not you, him.
Oh, you have add Orion?
Yes.
I don't know why you're not on
Well,
here.
we haven't had a fight since Orion showed up.
You showed up with Sky. Sky's
I
on
don't
here.
exist.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you just
That's
said
why I
it.
don't understand why you're not on here. I'll fix that later. What was yours?
It was a natural 20,
Plus.
so it's a 22,
Oh.
and then I rolled a 13 afterwards.
All right. So, Sky, you wake up to the sound of loud footsteps and the ground shaking, which, like I said, you would have a surprise round, but because you rolled fucking astronomical, your surprise round goes and you have your reactions for the rest of the turn. If anything happens, it would use one. Sorry, you're up.
I get up, I face him. How far are like the woods around me?
It's just if you get thing. What was that?
Like how far are the woods around me?
About 15 feet out
To my
from the
east,
camp. So 5, 10, 15.
east or west? How far?
Every direction, about 15 feet. You're in a clearing.
I'm gonna go west about 25 feet. Wait, is that? Wait, yeah, that's me. A little bit more north, so northwest from where I was, directly northwest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna start get behind the trees, and I'm gonna attempt to stealth.
Roll stealth.
12.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hide behind a tree and attempt to stealth, and I'm gonna stay there at the moment. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. So, Ryan, what are you and your belt gonna do?
Oh my, what?
What are you and your belt gonna do?
Oh,
Ryan's belt. Constellation. I don't know what you heard.
so like I'm gonna move my hand and see if he's following my hand. That he knows he has to see. I know he's looking in that direction, but I don't know if he sees us.
I have my hearing check.
You do that, and his hand goes up.
I'm gonna move a little further.
Is he copying you? Is he a mimic?
I don't think that's how mimics work.
I just worried that's the first thing I think of.
Oh, who goes there?
Speak giant?
He hasn't started swooning at us yet, so that's one thing.
No, I don't.
Does anyone speak giant?
Thanks. So do they speak anything else?
Did I ask if you spoke anything else?
Right. No.
So you hear back.
I'm gonna try speaking in Goblin. Oh, who goes there? Me? No. Fight. You. Friend.
Anything else?
On the whole, actually, he starts running at
Roll
me.
persuasion.
Oh, 17.
Shifter.
Okay, two things. One, we're not fighting him yet, right?
No one has swung on him yet.
Depends what you do.
But he looks angry and sounds angry.
He looks and sounds angry.
That's always there.
And then earlier somebody said that he's affected by what? Fire and acid?
Nobody said anything about that. No one knows it. None of the group knows anything about how to damage them properly.
We don't know shit, sir.
Oh, we failed it?
Yes.
Miserable.
Twice now.
Gnome, calm, gnomish, elvish, druid.
Can I just mimic back to him what he said?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
His eyes lock on you. His eyes lock on you.
You said you want to fuck him.
He just stares at me?
He starts growling. He's moving in your direction now.
Oh, so he don't like me no more. So whatever he said wasn't peaceful because he's now mad at it.
Joke's on you. It's a mating call.
A mating call? Hell no.
Yeah, you're the one that repeated it.
Not a mating call. He's mad. For sure.
Maybe there's just
Hang on, he didn't say he was mad. He said he was focused on you and he's moving towards you now.
Oh, I'm
To
sorry.
me,
Steven, what did you say he looks like?
I focus on her, make the move towards her.
Wait, Steven, what did you say he looks like?
Originally I said he was angry, but he's referring to right now what I said right now.
What'd you say?
That he's focused on you and moving in your direction now. You are both right. I did say he was angry, but Modin's referring to right now. I didn't say he was angry. But yes, when I initially described him, I said he was angry.
Now he's focused on you in a loving way.
Now he's gonna.
Okay, I added the loving in there because it sounded funny.
That's an log, is
Just happy.
That was the original log he was carrying. Anything else, Shifter?
So I look like this compared to him.
So I'm gonna go ahead and since he's walking towards me with what I don't know his intents are, on myself, I would like to cast Bark Skin.
Okay.
I would suggest shifting to something with very large anus.
And then I'm gonna shift into a brown bear.
Anything else?
That's all I can do. Bonus action. And I guess movement, huh?
Yeah.
I'll move up in front of everybody to stand in between me and them. Because I'm currently the largest and most focused on target. Probably like right there. That way they could still back me up pretty easily, but like if he's going to attack somebody, it's gonna be me first.
Run. Sorry.
That's it?
Would I turn into the brown bear? Do I get to do anything as the brown bear?
Not this turn.
No, because I've already used my actions and stuff, right?
You've already used your actions, yeah.
Right, so then no, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Troll takes a step forward, repeats a similar sounding phrase in his language, and swings on you.
I don't speak that.
Sorry, but I'm too short to take them off.
That's okay.
That's the point.
I hope that bear's large anus.
Does a 19 confirm crit?
Does a 19?
What's Bear's AC?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, my AC is 16, but the bear's AC is 11.
Plus Bark Skin?
Yes.
What? How
Bark
much?
Skin gives you AC 16 no matter what, wearing armor or not.
Okay, so the bear's AC is 16.
The bear's AC is 11, but my AC as the bear is 16, yes.
Does the bark skin carry over?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the bark skin carries over to your bear.
That's what he's
Right.
saying. He's just saying it in a confusing-ish
Right.
way. Oh, that's not as strong as I thought it was. That's good. 12 points of piercing damage. And it's going to swing on you again.
Can you pass me that book?
What book? That hits as well.
The book with all the people I can change to?
That's 14 damage.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's the player handbook. It's
All right. So he runs.
It's everything.
Moves towards you, reaches down, bites into the bear, and then slashes across it and goes to swing another claw, but swings over your head. And did you hold your action?
Yeah, I hold my action for in case you need
Oh, what were you holding?
Okay, hold the take a 20.
How much damage do I take?
You need to roll dex save.
I was listing off as I did it. I didn't keep track of it after I did it.
It was a 13 and then 6.
It was a 14, so I got a 10, a 6, so 20 plus.
Can you get rid of
I think it's a little 26.
26.
Wasn't keeping track of it. I was telling you as I rolled it.
I heard a 13 come out of your mouth, and I heard a 10 come out of your mouth, and that's it.
13 was the damage. I got that.
I wasn't keeping track of it as I went. When will your attack?
You need to roll dex save first.
Ow! Right in my butt.
11.
Ow, that was sore.
Oh wow.
No, this is their handbook.
Or total 5 radiant damage.
First back to everything or whatever. I think it's that book. I
And
bookmarked
gains
it, that's why.
benefit from cover for the saving throw.
Ow!
There you go.
Use. I thought my turn was.
Oh yeah, sorry. You now have your reactions. But yeah.
Alright, where am I at? Which is my guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't move it.
Where are we? Are we in the forest?
So see those lines? That's like the perimeter of the clearing that we're in.
Right here, I think.
No, what kind of
Does Sacred Flame give any other bonus? It's just damage.
No, it's just radiant damage.
Okay,
Okay,
should
I
we
thought
close
it was
that
someone
in?
else.
Who's
I think
this?
you're taking the fairy life.
Probably. Josh.
Just we're in like a small clearing.
Who's that?
Scott.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna cast Bless. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Bless. I choose 3 creatures within my 30 feet range. So I'm gonna choose. You said that's Orion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose Orion. I'm gonna choose Shifter, and I'm gonna choose Sky.
What do we get?
And
Bless.
whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw roll before the spell ends, which is a minute, you can add a D4. So Sky, Shifter, and Orion.
Orion. Get a D4 to attack.
You got a D4 to your in within the next.
I'm thinking light.
Wouldn't that be the next like 6 turns or something like that?
Yeah.
Because it's like 10 seconds a turn or something like that, right?
6 seconds a turn.
6 seconds a turn.
So it's 10
Yeah.
rounds.
So 10 turns.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess just one. Yeah. Once and then in the next 10 rounds you can.
No, every time. I'm saying.
Or is it?
Should be every turn.
Is it every time? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever a target makes an attack roll.
Okay.
Trying for.
Okay, so yeah, whenever you guys make an attack roll, as long as I'm concentrating the next 6 rounds, you guys can add a D4 to your attack or saving throw.
10 rounds.
What did I say?
6.
Oh, sorry.
6 seconds around.
Right, that's what I got confused. Yeah. Next 10 rounds, sorry.
Yeah, but when you think about fairy fire, no one needs to know.
And that's why I made sure I was back far enough to I could forward fight to make sure Shifter was in my range. Because Shifter's right there in the middle of combat.
Yep.
So make sure he was part of it.
Anything else?
I'm concentrating.
Poppy?
I'm crouching low. And
Hello?
Hi, it's your turn.
Oh, are we attacking it? I guess.
The bears it started attacking you guys.
Okay.
And
Decide.
Orion attacked it.
Not within range when I cast it, but I don't know if you have to stay within range. I could assume, but I guess that'd be a DM question. I bless up to 3 creatures within range,
We let them do Opening Red too.
and then whenever they make an attack roll. So make it no, because I blessed you.
Yeah, and I
Now you can move out and you have that ability for the next,
yeah, that's
as long as I'm concentrating.
So, is there still fire around us?
No.
No,
No, fire's gone.
Fire's put out.
I put out the fire to try and hide from the trolls.
I had that work out for you.
I mean, it lasted longer than him just I'm watching this.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into a giant boar, I guess.
I'm assuming large class.
What?
He's assuming large.
What's the size?
What's the size?
Large beast.
Large beast.
First, oh shoot! If I turn the animal, my dog and my squirrel won't know who I am, right?
You don't know?
Huh?
The dog has never attacked you when you shifted. Sandy never attacked you when you shifted.
Okay, I tell them we're still in a forest, right?
Yes.
I tell them to go hide in a tree.
Okay.
Steve, if you don't use your companions as for combat, you usually won't freaking.
No, I know, but I just want them to hide.
Yeah, I don't murder pets. That's rude. Unless you use the pet to fight with.
Oh no, I'm not using this.
Then it's open game. Then bitch getting crushed.
But still, it can be crushed because it's small. So, and then. Where's this stuff? Okay, where am I? So I'm like within like, oh shoot, I got him 20 feet out. 20 feet. Can I attack it from where I am? Or am I too far?
You have to move.
You'd have to move because you're a creature. You don't have a range.
Oh. I just stay where I am.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Sky, you're up.
How much of what I'm seeing do I understand?
With your fucking initiative, everything.
You have dark vision?
You wake up with this side of everything.
I have 120-foot dark vision.
Yeah, so you see, as you shake awake with your fucking initiative, you look around, you see the troll and the bear tangling.
But do I know that the bear is a friend?
Yeah, you saw him shift.
Okay.
You feel a little stronger.
And yeah, you feel a warmth inside of you.
Aww.
A warmth?
Yeah,
A good warmth.
You're blessed.
You didn't beat yourself.
Hashtag blessed.
All right, I'm going home. Fuck you. I don't have
At this point, I'm going to shoot the troll thing.
I'm sorry, did you have like a
Do
crossbow?
I have advantage from where I'm at?
I would imagine
No,
probably.
'cause my first thought is the little ass pygmy owl with a big ass shotgun.
Shoots a crossbow. Fires back further than the arrow goes.
Like that
I
scene
would
in,
say no, but you can take the aim ability. Where's that joke? You can take the aim if you're not planning on moving or doing anything else. Because it uses your bonus action and your movement to aim, then you get advantage.
Okay, I mean, I'm not moving.
So yeah, you get aim. You also lose your bonus action. Your whole turn is the shot, but you get advantage on it.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
And then you get a D4 to your
Attack.
damage.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, attack. Never mind. To your attack.
To my attack, I get an extra D4. Woohoo.
Yeah.
So, wow.
That's that warmth you feel.
3 nat 20s?
With me pissing on your leg.
26 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You hit him twice.
It went through, hit a rock, and came right back
Oh,
in.
I meant the bear. Sorry. No.
You shot him through the bear. You had a perfect line of sight on the bear's ass. Went right through it, out of his mouth without hurting him, and shot the troll.
So do I fill this arrow, enter my ass, and leave my mouth, and then watch it penetrate this troll in front of me?
So
you
it
feel
goes back.
violated for half a second. You let out a roar as you like bark this arrow that stabs the troll.
It goes back to
I'm gonna try to do it again, Steven. I'm just
it's
sit
the
there.
shape shifting brother with a large anus.
All right. Well, the damage is
Did I not warn him?
Oh my god.
You've now got a Gatling gun bear.
15
Let's get
points
to
of
it,
damage.
Sky. Get
15 points of damage. Right. Anything else? Well, no, because you used.
That's everything.
Yeah. Sorry, you're up. We're playing through 3D printer.
Coming. All right, so people are attacking.
Yes.
One sec, I'm gonna count this real quick.
Attacking? There's
Well,
one thing attacking.
And now it's attack.
And she
Look
attacks.
at that.
So there's no people attacking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm gonna move to the northwest of him. Like I'm gonna be right next to him, but in the direction of northwest. That's about 8 tiles. And now my movement speed is 40.
You are also currently poisoned, stunned.
I'm immune to poison.
And blind.
Okay, they'll take poison one off.
You're petrified, stunned, and unconscious at the moment.
I didn't like your bad joke.
Steve penalized you.
One more up north, or one more up from the camera. Yeah, right there. So I'm like basically right behind him.
Giggity.
I think he doesn't have Kindle.
Okay, there you go.
He's
Yep.
the-
Now with that, with my
penalized the troll.
Right?
with my rapier,
Hmm?
I'm gonna sneak attack him.
Where the DVD came from.
Oh.
Sneak attack. Oh yeah, you're a rogue. Yeah. Good again.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I really want to shoot those.
Who else?
I can sneak attack and normal attack in the same turn, right?
The guy just,
Don't believe so. I don't think you have two
as a
attacks.
father, he just creeped me out.
What does sneak attack require?
You have to have advantage on the roll.
Or a teammate close to the.
I forgot about that, Sky. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sky. I'm not used to rogues. Yeah. Sky, if there's anything you'd like to do with your movement or bonus action, you can. I forgot that. Yeah, I mean, I was
No,
next
I'm up
to
a tree. I'm not worried.
Okay, sorry, I forgot about that. That's my bad. But yeah, Pop. Sorry, you're good.
Roll to attack?
Yeah.
Alright. +3, 11.
That misses.
Damn. Can I normal attack, or is it just?
No,
just
you get one attack.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have one.
Unless you have not used it.
That's
You use your sneak
all I
attack
can do.
on your attack.
Right?
What?
That's all I can do then.
Okay. Lane.
All right.
This is drunk.
I'm going to use Starlight Step.
This is drunk.
It's an ability with the Astral Elves. As a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet in an unoccupied space you can see. You can use this trait a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all kind of uses when you finish a long rest.
Yep. Here we go.
Not even.
Sounds like the Shadow
I
Monster.
like that.
Kind of, but
Right, so
the Shaman wants to use that a lot more.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my attack.
The X is a kind of like this.
This, this.
D4.
Natural 20.
Flipping up
Roll
though.
again.
Flat.
I'm on board.
That
17.
confirms. So max damage plus a roll.
So max damage is 1d8 plus 6, plus 4. So
So
12.
12 plus the d8.
Hey, you count your D8s. It is. It is. I've seen a doctor about it.
Good luck with the doctors.
They use some medicine.
6, so 10.
No, they'll give you some medicine. It's not
What?
gonna help.
Huh?
Yeah,
So-
you rolled a 6?
Yeah.
How's 6 plus 12, 10? Try 18.
No, I said 10 plus,
Just the die plus.
I know, plus my
No.
strength.
You got
You add your strength already. You add your strength to what the max attack.
You get a max attack.
Oh,
Yeah, you get
You
okay.
add your strength
It's just the
six,
dice added
You
extra.
add your modifier once.
Oh,
and then roll
okay.
your die.
I got confused on that one.
Sorry.
We're all like, wait, what are you getting 10 at?
I thought it was max roll, so like, and then you roll.
That's the maximum damage
That makes
plus a
sense,
roll.
but yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you explain that, I see where he's coming from. At first, I was like,
Yeah, but if he rolled 1, he would have critted for 6 damage.
I know, I agree. But it's still,
And then
he hit.
okay, I'm gonna use action
Really
surge
hard,
attack
then I'll
attack
shout.
again.
It happens. I don't understand the reasoning.
I critted.
Roll again.
Oh no, it's not a natural 20. It's just
I know it's still a crit, so roll again. Confirm.
So I doubt. I doubt an 8 hits.
So just max damage.
So
Which is 12.
Yep.
So you just went over that.
that's my turn.
Alright, Shifter, you're up.
I'll change it. You missed the spot.
He doesn't have affected on.
Oh damn.
so you're a little louder.
Hey, wait a minute. This is indecent exposure. This is recording.
Yeah, you didn't want to turn them off.
I'm trying. Unless it's being fucking crappy. There we go.
The hell? Why do you need my naked baby on camera?
Rush to.
Control's up next, though, so I don't want to skip him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was an alley up next, I'd just skip down the alley.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I'm trying now.
I want my D8 went.
Here we go. And that one is, I can
Well,
never
if you
find
feel
my
like
D8.
you're getting a sharp pain when you go to the bathroom, you know where.
Which way did you go in? That question.
I don't think it's come up
That's
already.
not something I'm going to explore.
Yeah, fine. Apparently his D8 did.
Spelunking is a thing, I
It was
guess.
either Steve or Jack. I'm not young.
I just rolled it too.
Maybe we can roll enough.
I can believe anything of a brother.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's my turn, right? That's why you're yelling at me.
We're not yelling. Yes.
Well, I heard Steven, I think, yell. That's what I'm assuming.
I don't yell. We're just ridiculing you.
You're ridiculing me?
Yeah, it's busy changing a baby. Who changes a baby diaper? I'm joking. Go ahead,
Yeah,
man.
we're horrible
I'm
father.
just,
All I heard was like I heard somebody say something that sounded like Steven yelling my name, and then when I turned and looked at the screen, all I saw was my face, and I thought everybody left the group chat, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I heard something from the headphones again, and I was like, "Oh, they got me fucking full screen talking shit." All right, so as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my 2nd level spell slot, and I'm gonna gain 2d whatever it is for health back.
Hit dice. I think yours is an 8.
Yep. Thank you, Steven. So verdict is Michael gained back 13.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use multi-attack, and I'm gonna bite him and scratch him with my claws.
Okay.
Like, move. My chance to escape.
21 to hit for the bite.
In a straight line, at least 20 feet. It's a target attack.
Lost my D.
yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 damage for the bite.
Okay.
$17 for the claws.
That hits.
Five. 9 damage for the claws.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Alright, so his turn. He's going to attack you.
He's attacking who?
You.
Didn't Josh attack him with fire?
No, radiant damage.
No.
Oh.
Why are we talking about fire?
You should have murder him to get attacked.
Yeah.
Don't want to be attacked.
Tries to bite at you and misses. Sinks its claw into you. For 11 points of damage. And it's going to swing a claw at you, Josh. I'm assuming, if I'm not actually, 18 hit.
Yes.
Jesus. 13 damage to you as it slashes into you. So it bites down at the bear, misses, and then just goes, and slashes out, hits both of you with claws. Ring.
I'm way over here in another tree, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna crawl down out of the tree.
You move the camera out of the way, I'll put it back. Okay.
And
That's
then
messed it up.
crawling
Make
out of the
a-
tree is probably what? 10? 15?
Athletics.
Natural 20.
So 5 feet of movement as you kind of glide down it effortlessly.
Then I move 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Is it a field?
Yep.
Modian.
I can't do anything.
Here you go.
Oh, well, no.
Does my concentration take me?
No. That would be stupid.
Concentration, you can't cast another spell requiring concentration.
Oh,
You can still cast spells and attack.
okay. Yeah, okay.
I was thinking about going the other way. But that would be stupid.
And did someone get hurt?
What?
Didn't Shifter get hurt?
Shifter's gotten smacked around, and Orion just got hit. Roll a nature, though.
Nature?
Yeah.
Nature. Nature. Ugh. I have to?
No.
14.
You've heard that druids, the damage they take while they're shifted doesn't carry over to themselves.
And who's the druid?
Shifter.
Oh, she's okay.
Would he also know about the other ability that druids have?
No.
Now you tell me.
You're healing one. I'm assuming you're talking about the one you just used, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If you'd rolled higher, yes, but it was enough to know how your shifting works.
Alright. I was just curious if he knew enough to know that I was able to heal myself so he can focus on somebody else.
No, I don't.
But we can be far further back. You would have seen some of his wounds close on his turn.
Okay.
Is
Right,
the
so
other
attack-
druid
Close.
shapeshifted?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Alright, never mind.
All right. Well, if I can attack, then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Also, you guys have different abilities. Shifter, she's a different circle. She doesn't have that ability.
Is she not a moon druid?
No, she's a shepherd, I think it is, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Yes.
that was just like druid across the board. That was a ability they have in shapeshift. But
No,
is that
it's
just moon
more-
druid because it's their
It's
speciality?
moon, because the moon special is their shifting, so you get a lot of shifting abilities.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
Yep.
at the
bear.
bear.
Gatling gun the bear again, right through his asshole, right out his mouth again.
Can I do that?
You can try.
I'm not going to do it.
Damn.
I'm going to aim at the troll.
We're not doing that again.
Hey, you shoot out a bolt this time.
That shot don't work twice.
It shoots and just kind of impacts into the troll, and he looks down where it hit and looks up at you and just growls.
It's a
Puppy!
Puppy.
Poppy.
My turn. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Which one is she on the board?
The red one.
I'm the one right in the confusion.
The red. That one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
What?
Charge. Can't do it
Why?
because there's people in the way.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can ask him, and maybe he'll allow it.
No, I can't. I gotta move to a side and then.
You could move to the
What's
side.
your movement speed, Poppy?
40, I think.
Well, check.
No.
She thinks it's 40.
She's a boy.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do it.
She thinks it's 40 or it is 40. It's two.
Yeah.
Yeah, move to the west. 20. 20
If it's
feet,
40,
then-
Poppy, what you can do?
Yeah.
She only
okay.
needs like 15
Here.
for the charge, right? She can
How
just
much-
move
No,
over.
I need to go at least 20
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah.
get this.
So you can go to there, and then you can charge.
Okay, I'll do that. Then I have to attack. Tusk attack.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You're a boar.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Huh?
Pop,
Yes,
Yes.
I think charge is an attack, isn't it?
it is.
It's a special, a little different attack.
Is it something that you can add on to your attack?
No.
Kind of like sneak attack for rogues?
20.
No, it's a little different than that.
Yes. You wanted to charge?
Oh yeah, sorry, it is an extra little damage on it.
You did-
20.
Wait, did you roll to strike?
Yeah, I rolled 20.
She rolled 20 to strike.
That hits.
Okay, now roll damage, which is
2d6 plus 1.
plus 4. Plus 4?
Plus 1.
Plus 1. 2d6 plus 1.
2d6. Oh yeah.
Not bad. 9 damage.
Alright.
And a DC 13 strength check. Or be knocked prone.
Oh yeah, it's good. It doesn't budge when she rams into it.
Sorry, nice. Okay.
Yeah, you did
Anything
damage.
else?
Anything else?
Yeah, I did nothing. Okay, now I did damage.
You did damage.
Okay. No, that's it.
Shut off my table. Too much crap up here. All right. Guy.
Okay.
Let's hopper.
Flake.
I'm gonna fire again. Woohoo!
Flakes.
I got 20 on that one.
Nope, that hits.
No, I mean the actual 20.
Oh, roll again.
And my confirmation would be where are we at here? 20. Dirty
Nice.
20.
So max damage plus a roll.
Max damage and what?
Plus a roll.
Of?
Oh, so you roll all the damage dice, and then you add what your maximum damage would be. But you only add the ability modifier once.
Got you. So I take my max damage, which would be 18 on the dice.
Okay.
21, 22, 28, 33 plus 5, 38.
Jesus, nice. That takes a very large chunk out of the troll. Anything else for you?
No, I'm gonna stay up in the tree where I'm safe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
I know I can't use spells and stuff when I'm in druid form, but could I use something like primal savagery while
What's that?
still in druid's form? Because that extends my teeth and my nails
What's that
and
from?
gives me. What's it from? Oh, I
You need to turn back.
The internet.
don't know. I'd have to figure it out.
You want to use something. Where'd you get that information from?
What?
Is it savage form or
Primal Savagery.
primal savagery?
I'm using D&D Beyond. So it was
The-
just a spell that I was given the
Oh,
ability to
spell.
pick
Slow
from.
down. No, if it's a spell, you can't do it because it requires speaking.
Vocal.
Okay.
Technically, only your
Or no, sorry, Smot.
Can't move your hands.
Yeah, but he doesn't have
Yeah,
the
you
multiple
have
hands to move.
If it was a monkey, you could.
By the druid, you can't get spells from your ship.
No. I thought you could after a while.
Super late game.
I changed it once.
18 or 20.
Shit.
Yeah, it's your late game
Pointless
ability.
at that point.
Yeah, that's a banter too.
So what are you doing, Sar?
I'm gonna poke him with a sneak attack with my rapier.
Poke him in the belt with rapier. Rip in the belt with rapier.
Make it go through his mouth.
You didn't move your dice
Oh,
and it
sorry.
fucked my roll.
Poking your roll.
To 18.
That hits.
So 1d8 plus 2d6.
Yeah.
1d8. Where's my 1d8? Let's see. 12 damage.
It drops.
You dropped through.
I go, yeah, wha, yeah.
You stab it through, and it goes through the back of its neck, out its mouth. And you feel it crumple.
Did we kill it?
Whose turn is it?
All right.
My turn. I look at its corpse, and I'm gonna look around and make sure that there's no others.
Perception.
$23.
You don't see any others.
I kind of poke it with my sword. See if he moves.
Anything else, Sar?
I'm gonna walk away from it now, I guess. That's it, basically. I'll walk towards where the camp was.
Yeah, still there.
Ryan, you poke at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like poke my sword into like its arm and stuff.
He doesn't move.
Aren't these things supposed to be hard to kill?
You could always burn it if you want. Freaking give it a cremation.
Chop off its head.
It might be safer to chop off its head. I'm gonna go ahead and just start.
Little trick.
I cut firewood.
What are you using to cut its head off?
My sword. Nine plus 6, 15. For 10 points of damage.
Okay. It goes about 3/4 of the way through its neck.
And then bonus action to leave it the rest of the way.
Yeah, roll again. Bonus action.
I'm 2 weapon fighter.
Oh.
That's 13 plus 6, 19.
Good.
Oh, so it's probably. You should hope so. It's
For
probably.
9 points of damage.
There we go. There's no flat-footed in this.
I know.
The head comes off.
I'm gonna take the head and kind of walk back to the camp with it.
Okay.
You need like a separate head.
I moved the wrong person.
Yeah.
How far do you move? 30?
Yeah.
See, we're still in
Yeah,
combat.
a little bit.
What are you doing, Shifter?
Are we allowed to like do checks and stuff on the troll to see if we can figure anything else about it? while it's laying there dead?
I think if anyone you would. Playing a druid.
Roll in nature. At disadvantage because you guys have failed to roll on knowledge on this multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
15.
That was at disadvantage?
Yes, sir. With a -1 to nature.
Oh, you.
I rolled an 18 and a 16. I don't get the 18. I get the 16. I get a -1 to nature. Don't ask me how I'm a druid with a -1 in nature.
That's their question. I've stopped questioning things.
Right.
Better for my sanity.
You know.
There's sanity left. There's sanity left.
$2. So, conscience.
I was born without one of those. I'm right here.
Texted you, Michael.
You got it. There's 6 pack of beer.
Okay. So, since I'm not in my druid form anymore, and I'm watching everybody walk away, before they can, I'm going to yell out, he's not
You
dead,
unshift?
and back
You
up
unshift?
15 feet.
You unshift?
I would have had to be unshifted to do a nature check, wouldn't I?
No.
No.
Regardless of health
Nice.
or healing.
No.
You don't have to unshift to...
No, because you have your as a druid, you have your intelligence.
Okay. Okay.
Let me
Let me think.
A rogue took me out.
No, I'm gonna have to unshift. I don't have any other form of communication. And then I'm gonna drop back about 15 feet, and I'm gonna yell out, he's not dead. We need fire or acid to kill him.
Is that it for you?
As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast the spell Flame Blade.
Okay.
And then I'm going to charge him and swing at him with it.
You would have used your action to unshift. So you still want to charge back.
That's an action.
Is that an action or a bonus action?
That was just natural.
No.
Sucks.
So then I'm just going to
Five.
unshift, do the
Shifted.
check, drop back, tell them what I tell them, and then I'll draw my fire sword.
Dan, what kind of weapon do you shoot?
Me?
Yeah.
Just an arrow?
Alright, yeah.
Dan, or
Rogue.
Yeah, it's kind of you. So is his bonus action to unshift.
it does require a bonus action unshift?
Yeah. Right.
Well, the spell I cast is his bonus action too, but that's
So you wouldn't be able
action.
to cast this spell.
I can't use action as a bonus action?
No.
No.
Oh.
I agree, that's stupid.
I don't know. You can't?
Rules you're not supposed to be able to.
Okay, so then as an action, I'm going to cast Primal
Yeah.
Savagery and attack him with it.
So you're going to run back in to attack him?
Yeah, I'll move back in and I'll swing at him with Primal Savagery.
Roll the strike.
Number D4.
I'm going to use my D4, Steven.
Sure.
Okay.
18?
That is.
I don't know what the joke would do at this point. He's dead, but he's not dead.
And I'm holding his head.
You sure are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real proud of that one.
9. And I'm going to aim for his chest. Like
Okay.
his heart area.
You step into it.
I don't know.
Or
if
actually-
it's-
Actually, isn't his head ripped open?
His head is ripped open and about 20 feet away from it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually try to like stab my hand down through like the hole in his neck. Try to like deal some
Okay.
internal damage with the poison, you know?
Very scary. He's
Try
Okay.
to really fuck him up.
I had a rapier, so rapiers are just giant needles that.
Anything else?
Revenue?
Nope.
Josh does a 23 hit.
Yes.
You're holding the head, Josh.
You take 6 points of damage as you're holding the head in it, swings and just bites it under your calf.
Ah, fuck.
And the body kind of shambles and stands back up and starts clawing. Oh, shit. Shifter 26 to hit. What a fucking cocksucker sack of shit.
You know this.
No. 10 points of damage, Shifter. And Poppy. 25 to hit. For 12 points of damage to Poppy.
Oh gosh. 12 points of damage?
Karen.
Then I walked away. Shit.
You didn't get a chance to walk away yet. 16.
Body right there. You have no idea what the head's doing behind me. Stood back up. I'm going to swing my hammer and to the side of his knee, try to crush his leg.
I gotta call it, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not even. I'm not
Experience in the hiding sky. You want to do your inspirational quick, Sky, before you dip?
Sure.
Okay.
Shit, where's it at?
On your character sheet.
Yeah, it's a good answer. If I can find it.
I like it all.
I always ask questions.
Yes.
I help people that help me. No one
I
should
would
suffer
say,
the
yeah.
same fate as me.
What was the
And
last-
was that?
I didn't know what the last one you said was.
No one should suffer the same fate as me.
Okay.
That one doesn't come into play a lot. And then it's not stealing if I need it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind
So
of
that's your 3.
All right, I'm maxed out then.
Okay. Have a good night, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
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 Alright.
Parent, you hit it in the knee.
17 to hit.
Hits.
I'm not shapeshifted anymore.
Did you unshape it? And you're still
11
shaped.
there.
Good crumples. Modium.
Is the head rumble too, or?
Go ahead.
No, because it's separate.
It's still biting at you.
Okay.
So I'm still
In
concentrating
fact,
on
if
what
I
I go over
remember
to.
correctly, there should be a little couple legs and little tiny hands growing out the bottom of the head.
Oh, I just got 2 of them to deal with. I'm gonna go over and
Don't
restart
they
the
also
fire.
have ability, like a chance to mutate or something like that if you chop off a body part?
This is doing it right now. Short or long rest. You gotta take a while. It's gotta take time.
Oh, well, yeah, it takes time. But
You do see something starting to form under the neck as you look down as it latches into you. Roll survival.
Who cut off its head to begin with?
Josh.
Gosh.
I don't know how to kill a troll, so I figured that was the best way to do it.
13.
Fair enough.
It'll take you a few rounds to actually get lit.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not instantaneous. But,
Oh, yeah. Let's start building the fire back up.
Poopy.
My turn.
Yep.
Am I still a boar?
Yep.
You haven't changed out of it, so yeah.
Go ahead, Bill.
stomp on it.
We need to set them on fire or
You
something.
can't communicate with them. You're a boar.
No,
Oink, 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 oink.
don't we need to set them on fire?
You already told us we need to set them on fire.
You already said you need to set them on fire.
I have a tinderbox.
Well, I
You want something? Want to roll?
Turn back to myself, and
Okay.
I the most I can go is 20, yeah?
Oh, that's $10. That's what I'm starting.
20 feet, yeah?
You have a torch?
20 feet, yeah?
You have a torch?
Charge?
Right on the back. But
No,
Torch.
I can cast a flaming sword.
I'm not yelling loud enough for me to hand it to you.
That moved right next to each other.
we got some fire for you.
then I run away.
It's a lot quicker than light a torch.
You run away?
Yeah,
Because then you're just sparking it against a torch
as
instead.
far as I can go.
Yes, you
Sprint?
said it.
You want to run?
Run.
She can't sprint. She used her action to shift.
To
Take
Gotcha.
the
action to
Yep,
ride
sorry.
the torch.
using it.
Where am I again? Am I the guy with the ring on him?
No, you're the one guy without
me?
the ring on it.
I'm gonna walk to the fire and I'm gonna be like, okay, shut the fire, start the fire, start the fire.
Survival.
Where's my guy? I can probably do
Oh, yeah.
it. 13.
Okay, you start helping Muddy and light the fire, and I'll fucking do it in my life.
Would that make it quicker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's your tape.
You're building it as he's trying to light it from the other side.
Oh, Ryan.
For the love of God, someone give me a torch.
So I turn again.
Kick the damn thing off.
Sorry, I
I'm
can't.
gonna
I
go
don't have an
Christian
action.
away. You
A long
run.
time, so.
She ran.
Shouldn't be an issue though.
Yeah. I'm still there.
Who has a torch?
You have the thing upside down?
Nobody gives you a torch. Anything else?
I can do everything until my turn.
I'm gonna pull my torch and can box out my bag.
Takes an action to light. Schechter. You're muted.
I'm tired of dealing with things.
Do they have the flame going yet or no?
Not yet.
The next one you use my bonus action?
Two.
Second one.
Okay. So I'm going to swing at him with my flame blade then.
So you activate your flame blade this turn?
Huh?
You activate your flame blade this turn? Yeah. Go ahead.
Nat 20.
That hits.
All right.
You should buy some for
16 to confirm.
Yep.
And 3d6. 6.
Don't worry about the damage.
Huh?
Don't worry about the damage.
Yeah. Just the fact that you hit and did damage keeps it down.
Oh, so damage doesn't matter?
It's already technically dead, so the damage didn't matter this turn or the last turn.
Oh,
Here you go, good guy.
so all I do is stab him with a flaming sword?
Yep.
All right.
Anything else?
Stab the head as well if I can.
Not on this turn, you can't.
Nope.
Then nope.
Jesus Christ.
God damn, dude.
It's gonna bite you again.
Make sure they're awake.
I'm going to continue to try to light the fire.
I will let you can tell me that on your turn, sir.
All
Control is strictly biting at one of your allies. It misses horribly. It's
Well,
spinning around.
It's spinning ahead, just trying to snap at you. It makes sense.
Karim.
I'm going to do what's in my natural tendency. I'm going to rush over to him and grab the head and bash it on the ground.
So strength versus strength.
Well, is he going to really fight me
I
taking
thought
the
you
head?
said it was on the floor spinning around.
No, you said
No,
you've
no.
been holding it. It's been biting at you. It's
Okay.
spinning. You got it by the hair and it's spinning.
Are you really going to fight me grabbing the troll head out of your hand?
No.
Okay.
And I'm just going to smash it straight
Roll
down.
an attack roll. Plus strength. Do you have to have a roll?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so plus proficiency, yeah. Roll a
So-
d4.
That's
It hits. Roll a d4 plus strength.
Oh, stop.
So 4 damage.
4 damage.
Okay.
Trying to smash his jaw so it can't actually bite.
Yeah, you guys see Banter just You continue trying to light the fire, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Whoopee!
My turn again?
Yep.
Can you press? I'm gonna heal myself.
I'm not going to let one of my teammates grab a hold of this. And
Wait, you said that when they revert back to their normal form, the damage does not carry over, right?
Correct.
You're at full health.
The beasts doesn't take the damage. The only time they take damage is if the damage is enough to go through the animal's life points.
Yeah, and then you take the excess.
You take the trample damage.
Full health. What do you want to do?
I guess he's dead.
She says nothing.
Oh
He's
wait,
dead.
wait. Oh, then Shifter doesn't take damage either. Then
Yeah, when you reverted back, he healed.
nobody else took damage, right?
No, Poppy's not at full health. She took no.
She reverted last turn. She didn't get hit.
Yes, she did.
I reverted and took damage, not her.
He hit both of you.
Damage then.
He hit both of you in his turn. He hits 2 attacks.
He hit
He hits 2 claw attacks. He hit both of you.
Oh,
Didn't you say he missed one of the attacks, bit Josh, and then attacked me?
The bite missed. The bite missed Josh on the last turn.
Okay.
so
It wasn't that one on its fucking bite.
Yeah, okay, I hear myself too.
If it was still whole, it would have been itself, but kind of
Guys,
hard to bite itself in the head.
You bite your tongue off. Time starts to grow, everyone.
28.
Sure. Yep, sir.
4.
4
Plus anything?
modifier.
Is he plus anything? Well, I'm going to keep lighting the fire.
Fire springs still at the end of your turn.
Right? Huh?
Alright.
Plus
So,
spell casting
I have
modifier.
my sword together. I slice at the head with my sword.
Torch slip are going.
What did you use?
Or
Right there, he does that tonight.
27 hit.
We're gonna cut that thing in half. There's 2 troll heads trying to snap at us.
For 6 damage.
That's 2.
And then attack with the torch.
That's it.
You already passed your
You
turn.
roll an extra 1 and hits me.
No.
No, it's
It wouldn't be an advantage because he's did you continue holding up these crasher or did you let go of it? It's still moving.
No, I let go of it once I smashed it on the ground.
What does the ring say?
That's what I did to him.
5 plus 9. Do I have my strength back?
I got common sense. I'm just not intelligent.
You wouldn't have your proficiency to that.
Why you said lighting the fire?
You 5 plus strength.
Because I'm going to burn everything that's related to that damn troll.
You said 5 plus 9.
I wanted 5 plus 4.
Are you gonna be mad if I beat you to it?
9, so 13.
I can cast create bonfire, so I'm gonna do that next turn.
So I
Do
do
it.
1 fire damage.
I was waiting for you to actually start the fire so I could use control flame and go from there, so that way I could keep attacking him. But as fire's taking a while for you to start, man.
This isn't a race to see who can run faster. We're just wanting the thing dead.
Shifter, you're up.
I stabbed him with the flaming sword. Okay, so at the body, on his point, on the point of the body, I'm gonna cast create bonfire after backing up probably 5 or 10 feet because it's a 5-foot
Okay.
thing. So I would like to create bonfire on him, walk over, grab the head, and put it in the fire.
You don't have enough movement to grab the
Nope.
head and put it in the fire.
I don't.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Throw the fire in the head. In my turn.
Huh?
Throw the head in the fire. In my turn.
We were all a little confused there.
Oh.
Well, we got a fire right next to it.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Psycho!
You know he doesn't heal, right?
Huh? Sure, he doesn't know. Psycho!
Oui.
Oui, indeed. Does a 16 hit.
Tygo to defender.
Attacker. You take 6 points of biting damage.
Yes, I'll take that as a yes.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, the other psycho.
It rolled over to you and bit you.
It's in between the 4 of you. I rolled a d4. You were the lucky one to get chomped on.
Jump into the fire.
Roll. Wait, I want to verify. Roll goes to the attacker.
Correct.
Yes. Always
Okay, I'll
does.
remember that. Okay, 1d4.
So jump into the fire.
So, Perrin, there's a fire at your feet. There's a bonfire about 20 feet away from you, and a chopping head. And he's holding a torch. I don't know torch.
Why would it bite me? I'm made of wood and metal.
Because I rolled a D4 because it's freaking out as it's getting beaten to shit and back. Keep it up, it's going to bite you again.
Oh, think you will.
Well, it's not like my guy has a dick to get bit.
Does a 98 hit? Well, let me roll damage now.
Hold on, Steven. You didn't say he could cast thunderbolts.
He's not. He's casting an explosion.
Kamikaze bonsai?
I gotta do it. I'm gonna sit there and take my great sword, stab it into the head, and then put it over the fire to roast. As my movement speed.
Fuck it. Hit it. We'll hit.
Yeah, please don't hit me.
I missed.
You go to stab it and it kind of shifts out of the way of the sword.
It would have been funny, but
It would have been great. That's why I allowed it. But what again?
I'm going to grab the head and throw the fire.
Grapple.
yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's still awake. It's my. This big man. It's like my baby big man.
So what was the grapple? Just strength?
Strength check.
Strength check.
$17.
Yep.
Grab the head.
Pick up the head and drop it in the fire that it was rolling around next to.
You just kicked it into it.
Yeah, but if I miss him, I bit my foot.
Okay. It starts burning and it screams in giant. Puppy.
My turn again?
Yep. You didn't do any damage. You did a point of fire damage to it.
That's why I wanted to stab it with the sword.
Yeah.
Going faster and faster.
I ain't very sad at doing damage.
I mean,
I'm also trying to figure out why Shifted didn't run over and stab with the fucking flaming sword he has in his
character.
hand.
It was just
Because I lit the fucking body on fire, Steven. I can only do one thing a turn. I'm working on it, okay?
Michael, you burnt the body last turn when you hit the flame sword, you dipshit. The body's already full dead. The head was still biting people.
You said the body stood up and moved, though. It attacked
Then
me
you-
and two other people.
then
And
you
then I stabbed
stabbed
it with
it.
the flaming sword,
Then it
and then the
dropped.
guy kept moving.
No,
the head did.
the body was taken off after you stabbed it with the fire sword.
Is just his head moving still? Oh, I'm a fucking
Yes.
idiot.
That's why when you said that, I was like, but they got a fire going over here where the head's at.
We have like
Because my dumbass thought that when you said he attacked with everything again.
Nope.
Nope. There's only one attack.
That's why I didn't ask you if it hit you.
Oh, I'm far away. I need to bring it
We're
up.
next to the burning fire in the torch.
Well, I can use control flames and just engulf the head in flames without
It's
ever
already-
touching it.
It's already in the fire now. I'm just saying this could have been over if you fucking stabbed it.
I know, Steven, but why do I gotta be the only one that can fucking do fire damage?
Because you were the one that had fire at the time.
Figure it out.
I'm done.
Puppy, what are you doing?
She's done. She's not doing anything.
Awesome. Love it. Keep letting the head live. I love it. Thank you. Sorry, you're up.
Can I what?
Dumbasses. That's still
I'm
white.
going to take a stick out of the fire, hold it over the body so the stick catches fire, and then I'm going to stuff it back into the fireplace.
Okay. You pull a lit stick out of the fire.
Oh, the fire's okay.
I said that 4 times already. You are not going to take that back, sir. I'm sorry.
I do believe that was like said 5 times.
It has been said repeatedly. So 25 feet over, you take a flaming stick out of the fire, catch it more on fire in the bonfire, and move your 5 feet back. You're holding essentially a very charred torch. I love you guys so very much. Oh, Ryan, what would you like to do? Would you like to skip your turn as well? The troll would love another turn to bite somebody.
Let's go ahead.
Shifter, would you like to also skip your turn? I would love one more bite
No, I
attack.
want to stab the fucking thing in the head with the flaming sword, Steven.
Fucking stab the goddamn thing, one of you. I
I'm
don't give a
stabbing
shit.
the fucking thing in the
I'm
head.
stabbing the
I'm
goddamn
terrible.
thing. I've been working this whole fucking time. Trying to
Fucking
get dead.
retard. I
I
love
was
you
sure
guys.
to attack him.
Fucking 21.
I couldn't stab him.
Yeah. Between the two of you that were up next, you managed to stab the fucking head that had 6 fucking life points left because you
I
guys
was
kept sticking.
actually going to do it. I just missed.
I know you were.
And I was short. I got the base.
I had misinformation. I was working on a different body part.
You had misinformation because you weren't listening.
For future reference.
No, I just can't hear
Light
you.
a torch and then light a fire.
It's not when you do a bonfire. It takes an action to create a bonfire.
I didn't think about that.
Normal people take it's a lot faster to light a torch and light a fire.
Right, but if this was the body still alive, I wanted to get something big enough to throw the body on if need be.
I would just like to say I yelled out, "We need fire and acid," and the only person who grabbed fire or acid to attack was me.
The
They
legend
attempted
is
to,
that
they just took
trolls
ones that
like
don't have
dry
spells.
tinder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They catch on fire so easy.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, with the tinderbox, it's a action to light torch.
You could actually have lit the troll on fire with a tinderbox, and it would have caught on fire.
What's
like
the name of the bonfire spell?
Great bonfire.
Not in here.
It might be banter.
Alright, whatever. I don't care. I just saw it was on the internet. Alright, so you guys murdered the fucking troll finally.
5 hours.
Yay! Everyone get the fuck to sleep. I'll stay watch still.
We will call it there.
Yeah, casting time for crazy.
I'm maxed out, so I'll see you guys later.
Later. I'm maxed out too, so there's no point going to me.
300 experience. He's gone already. Whatever.
Yes.
Before we end the game, that I call my.
It's fine. It's fine. He understands.
1,500. 1,800. Divided by 7 is like 200. I rounded up to 2,000, which is 282 each.
My animals come out of the tree.
Okay.
Game's over. Your animals don't do shit. They're dead. The squirrel fucked off, so it wasn't your squirrel.
I fucking yeeted it.
Alright, Psycho. Inspiration.
You're the meaning in my life. I am always calm, no matter the situation. I never raise my voice or let my emotions control me.
I mean, yeah, there was an entire argument where he didn't really
Loses
get angry
all
with anybody, so yeah.
Okay. I am always polite and respectful.
Same thing, so
Yeah.
now. Same spot,
But
same
at
time.
the same
so
time,
no.
though, yeah.
Ideals aren't worth dying for or going into war for.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna skip that one. I will disassociate myself with people if I think their troubles are a fault of their own.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see that.
All right, so just one.
Yep.
All right.
Movie.
Okay. I am tremendous. I feel tremendous empathy for all who suffer.
Didn't see it.
I am working on a grand philosophical theory and love sharing my ideas. Save any animals and beings that are in danger.
Yes, because she told her animals to fuck off, so they wouldn't take damage.
Okay.
Wait.
My gifts are meant to be shared with all and not used for my own benefit.
You didn't see it.
I am still seeking the enlightenment I pursued in my seclusion, and it still eludes me.
Again, don't think I saw it.
Now that I've returned to the world, I enjoyed its delights a little too much.
Didn't see that at all.
Why did I
Yeah,
just
just
down?
the one.
Okay.
Matt. Josh.
I sleep with my back to the wall of a tree with everything I owned in a bundle of my arms.
I don't think we got you sleeping this time.
The only time I slept was in the beginning.
Yeah, which was from last time, so.
I asked a lot of questions. I feel like I did.
Also, yeah. I don't know. I tuned out a lot of the audience. I got annoyed.
You want me to keep going? Because I'm a mess.
You can if you want to. I like keep going because I like to read my stuff off and know what I did.
Alright, community, we take care of each other because no one else is going to do it. I feel like me wanting everyone to be well informed. Making sure that everyone's nice.
Kind of a stretch on that one, but
A bit of a stretch, but in the ball part. I would probably say no. Close but no cigar kind of thing.
I owe my survival to another urchin who taught me to live on the streets.
Didn't
see
see
how
it.
that comes
Did
into
you
play
see
too much.
I constantly told Orion, whatever you feel is right, I'm going to follow you.
Oh, is he the
No, Orion. Sky.
Yeah,
Is
it's
he,
Sky. Yeah, Sky's the one that
urchin.
follows. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Or didn't remember that.
And then flaws, gold seems like a lot of money to me, so I'll do just about anything for more of it.
Didn't see that. Just we didn't have a
Yeah,
situation
you're not
where-
promised gold for this, unfortunately.
So if we give him the chance, I am going to give the chance.
Father? I'm assuming that was it, right?
Yep, I'm at max.
I idolize a particular hero of my faith, Walrus, and continue to refer to that person's deeds or examples.
You did.
Yes.
Faith, I trust my deity will guide my actions. I have faith that if I work hard, things will go well.
It would have worked out if you'd been able to talk to your god.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I always work hard and make things go well, but I mean,
you gotta role play it out.
That's what I mean. I don't know how
because you're venturing. I mean,
because if you've been able to talk to your god, you've been able to role play it out that actually occurred. So
as I'm like, I don't man. Everything I do is for the common people.
All right, good game, guys. We'll catch you later.
This one, I am suspicious of stranger. Expect worse of that.
Night.
Night.
Heavy strangers.
Just remember, guys. I'm just going to talk to them. I'm going to need to come on that because we're supposed to stay for the inspiration because it's supposed to be everyone coming on it.
Yes. Everybody use on this one.
Is that it for you?
Yeah.
And you said you're them?
Yeah, I'm at max.